I want all the smoke. 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 Burn my grab it and burn these bridges. Run them up like Raw, light them up like Switches. You be cutting up, tap and hit them from a distance. Tell these motherfucking niggas I want all the smoke.
What's going on, man? It's your boy Strictly SP, producer, manager, engineer, all that good shit y'all like to hear or don't like to hear. I don't really give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? It's my podcast, and I introduce myself the way I want to introduce myself, you dig? But today, I got a special guest today. My friend here, I've knew him for a while. We had some interesting conversations. This is one of the reasons why he said I needed him to be on the show. I like the way he's looking at you. He say that yet. You know what I'm saying? And he's not wrong. You know what I'm saying? He is one of those guys that, you know what I'm saying, has a strong endpoint and a good perspective on life. And yes, this is why he's here. This is why this might be a good ass conversation right now. But if you don't know who I'm talking about Beige the Warrior. We got to get into that too, why they call you the Warrior at the end. Because that's kind of, I feel like I have to say pause after I say Warrior. But because I know you're a godly man, we ain't going to go in that direction. But anyways, man, nice to, appreciate you for being here, Beige. How you doing?
Much love.
I'm going to clap it up to you.
Yeah, we clap it up.
There we go.
Much love, man.
You know what I'm saying? Artist as well. You know what I'm saying? You're an artist. You are I call you a big brother. Because, you know what I mean? You mentor the youth. You got kids. This nigga got 30 kids. This boy rocking. He's doing better than Nick Cannon.
More than that.
Got more than 30 kids?
More than that.
Sheesh.
More than that.
So, you know what I'm saying? But like I tell everybody here before we start is, how is your mental?
My mental?
Yes.
First of all, thank you for having me.
No problem.
Thank you for bringing me into a creative project of yours.
Appreciate you, man.
Not everyone... I know people are sensitive about what they do with their creativity. So just the fact that you have me here, I really appreciate that.
Ain't no pressure.
So how's my mental?
How's your mental is the first question.
I say my mental, I'm in a calm place right now.
Okay.
I'm in a calm, peaceful place. I'm waiting right now.
You're waiting? What are you waiting for?
I'm in a position of waiting right now. Right now.
You're waiting on something?
On decisions.
Okay.
To be made, but I'm not rushing them because I know that I need certain things to happen before I make a decision.
Okay.
So maybe to give a little insight, I have a big opportunity for a new job position.
Okay.
A director position that I'm really proud of. I'm proud that I'm in the running for.
Okay. And this is you. This is you. Coming from the, I guess I would say the bottom going up. So my point I want you to make is it's in the same, you're not leaving your job. You're not going to another job. You're still working at the same vicinity. You're just moving up. So
I'm currently at the same, with the same organization, but I'm actually looking at another organization.
Okay.
For growth. And the organization I'm with now, they support that. And I won't put names out there because I don't want to, I just like to keep some of my business it's private, but
overall it's about you anyways. We don't need to know all that. I'm just asking because, just want his insight, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's kind of, it would be, if you was staying with that organization, it just shows light to them as well that, damn, you know what, they're looking to help at the end of the day. Because a lot of times, from my experience, when, other positions are opening, a lot of times they don't bring you up. They bring other people in. So that's why I was asking that question to see, you know what I'm saying, what was going on with that.
Right. Well, this is me having experience with the organization I'm interviewing for. I did used to work with them at once, but then I committed fully to where I'm at now because I did get a promotion where I'm at now within 6 months of being hired. And up to this point, I've been with them for about 1.5 years now. I've grown a lot. I've learned a lot. And I'm like fully appreciative of everything I have experienced while there. But I recognize I think I'm at a point where I'm starting to see more of my value.
Okay.
And that's something that I was struggling with for quite a long time, really. Man, probably going on like 5, 6, 7 years now. With really seeing what I bring to a situation, what I bring to the table. And I'm at a point now where I'm ready to stand by that now. And so this new opportunity I'm looking at, I would be leaving where I'm at now, but I'm okay with that. And I'm sure they would be okay with it too, because where I'm at now, they promote growth. Like they say, we don't expect you to be here forever. Right?
Yeah.
As much as we would like to have you here, we don't expect you to be here forever. And I need to do what I need to do to just level up and be able to take care of myself and my family.
Nice. Family. So you have kids? You do have kids? I know the answer to that, but I just gotta ask you. You know
No, I don't have children.
Okay,
right now.
okay.
I don't have kids.
Are you married yet, by the way?
Nah.
Oh, yeah. All right. You know what I mean, I'm just, hey man, just because you don't got a finger on your ring don't mean the other one doesn't have a finger on their ring. I just gotta ask. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
See
no,
what's
man.
going on.
No marriage.
No marriage.
Marriage is something. Well, I think so. I have an interesting perspective on marriage.
Please talk about it.
I mean, this right here is a marriage in itself, and I know you're gonna pause that. Go ahead.
Yeah. Pause. Big pause.
I don't. I'm comfortable with my sexuality.
I
respect all sexuality.
I am too, but I just want y'all to know it's a pause there.
I just know you. I know you. I know you was gonna do that. So
I don't know why. I don't know what's up with us up north niggas, but like we just on that. You know what I mean? Like we gotta give you the pause
hey, man,
moment. You know
everybody,
what I mean?
that's
and if you don't,
and
if you don't hear the pause, you gotta hear the hey yo.
That's the new one.
That's the new one. Yeah.
Who came up with that?
I'll be honest with you. I don't even know.
No
I just remember one time I forgot who I heard somebody said it in that moment. And I was just like, yeah, man, hey, yo. Like, hey, yo, relax.
Well, so marriage, I feel like anytime you are stepping into a situation with someone, it's a marriage.
It's a marriage, right?
It's a coming together, right?
See, I'm not gonna lie. So somebody feels a way about me with this whole being in a relationship thing, right? Like I tell a lot of my viewers, and that's like I had this, you're the third guest, by the way, right? So I already had conversations about, relationships and stuff like that. And one of where I'm at right now in life is that I'm in a state of dating. I feel like, especially women, they don't understand what the word dating means. I feel like I'm gonna say women mostly. I'm gonna attack them a little bit first. So like when we go into dating, I'm gonna say them first. I'm saying them first because they're the one who strongly feel opposed to the whole opposition of how a person date and stuff like that. But when I look at dating, I feel like listen, dating means I should be exclusive with somebody. I think dating means go around and figure out who's out there. Date who you want to date. Dating could be going out on dinners and doing this and that and the third, whatever you feel like. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of women should date. But not how some of these girls are doing it with the positive mindset is what I'm trying to say. I'm not out here trying to just like date and just fuck around and keep it moving or do somebody wrong. Yeah. But my point is, it's like, you don't really know how much you like or dislike somebody until something real happens. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Until you see somebody in their dirt.
I was just talking about I was just talking about this yesterday.
What happened?
I was with a friend of mine. Shout out Mike Sowers. And,
shout out to you. He said he didn't do no name dropping, but he name dropped you. Yeah, so you're
Mike
special.
Sowers and Nobilensi.
Yes, sir.
The whole film community that's down here. They had a premiere screening last night, and I showed up to that. But while I was there talking to Mike, we spoke about the honeymoon phase.
Yes. That's real.
And I was telling him, I said, honestly, I don't really like the honeymoon phase. I'm going into a situation with a woman doing everything I can to be upfront and get to a conflict as quick as possible. Because I'm not trying to waste my time.
I'm trying to see who you are, baby.
Right.
Who are you?
And I'm going to show you who I am. Because majority of the time, like we get into a situation with somebody, it's like the first 6 months, first year, everything kiki, lovely, beautiful. And then before you know it, that first conflict, that first issue comes and it's...
Whoa. Whoa.
Out of there.
Whoa.
And I don't think we have, people... I think it comes from people not really putting what they feel out on the table from the beginning. Like who they are, what they subscribe to, what they believe in, what they feel when someone does something. It's always trying to like sugarcoat. You know,
I feel that a lot of people. Now I'm not attacking y'all women anymore, but I'm gonna say guys as well now. So I feel like a lot of people, us, the world in general, I feel like when it comes down to relationships, you see how you call it the honeymoon stage. It's like getting your first job as well.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you want to be all prep, you're doing everything right. I'm coming. Yeah, let me say when the first couple of dates, she's looking all good. I tell the girls this all the time too. Like, listen, yes, when we going out, look good. But if I'm telling you we chilling today, and I'm telling you to come over, don't come up all dolled up. Like, just come decent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I want to see who you are after this. Because I'll be mad as hell if I start committing to you and with your wig off, you're looking like Mufasa. Like, yo, like I'm gonna feel away. That's why I go for women who have light makeup or no makeup at all, especially when going out. If I meet them out, man,
that I'm attracted to that because I know what I'm getting,
you
and that shows like
what you see. Yeah,
that shows beauty. I think oftentimes, and it's not just women, like guys too. Guys will do all type of things to kind of like cover up their flaws early on. But you know, when I see a woman that's like full makeup on, I just know there's gonna be a different face later on. Like I'm just.
So let's talk about men too, right? The only difference, and it's hard to, sometimes it is hard to talk about these conversations because, you know, because we're men or I'm a man, it feels, I'm gonna put me out there because I'm a man and I'm talking like this at times. It could look or it can come out that I'm being a womanizer or I'm not being fair about the situations. But honestly, it's like the things that men cover up though, it's still gonna be shown. It's still going to show regardless. And the reason why I say that is because the only thing
women are smarter than men.
Not. No, I wasn't speaking on that. I'm speaking of more of like the things that men cover up for the most, bro. To be honest with you, besides cheating and all that stuff, we're talking about like physical appearance and stuff like that. It's just like what? It's what? Like that's what I'm saying. Like what are we covering up? It's not a lot. If you're fat, you're fat. If you got money, you're able to look a little bit better. But other than that, like we don't really get to hide things like that.
I think men hide emotion.
Okay, we can hide emotion, but we're talking about physical. That's kind of where that's kind of where I was going with it so far.
Right, and we're talking about physical, but you know, like it's all it all can be hidden. Physical, emotional, spirit, like all that can be hidden.
So you're just speaking in general of like this, the hidden things.
Yeah, I'm talking about every aspect of a person is hidden early on. In most situations, because that's people are trying to have their best foot forward. I'll give you an example. So I was listening to this. I like to look at a bunch of different videos. I'm a big learner. Like I think I'll be learning for my entire life.
You're supposed to, actually, you know, at the end of the day.
I hope most people feel that way, but I don't see it every day, especially sometimes when I'm when I'm working with some of these kids, man. Like most of them. A good amount of them, they're just not inclined to wanting to learn, and you got to kind of push them. But I'm a big learner, and I watch a lot of different types of videos, and I stumbled across this video about this guy who's an ex-CIA agent, and now he kind of just gives insight into what they do and so on. But he had this video about the 3 lives that every human being lives. And he describes them as the public, the private, and the secret.
Valid.
And I think in the honeymoon phase, people get stuck in the public, and they don't ever share with the person, or it takes a long time for them to finally share what the private looks like, and then even touch the secret. The secret. So as it's described, the secret is a place that you don't share with nobody. Yeah, you take it to the grave.
Valid.
And the private is like only certain people see it.
Valid.
And the public is, this is how you present yourself to the world. This is how you want people to perceive you. But it's not fully and truly you. It's just a part of you. And that's what I mean by honeymoon phases. When I'm trying to transition with the person as quickly as possible from that public to the private, and maybe even to the secret.
So how can you do that, or how do you do that?
Well, me personally, like I realized this about myself. I really reflected on it. I realized like I very much mix my private and public, and sometimes to a fault, but I'm okay with it because I get to be me
Exactly.
wherever I'm at.
Exactly.
Maybe there's some secret things that I don't put out, but private and public I mix.
And when you say that, you're talking about social media in particular, or you just mean with certain people that's
social
around
media.
you? Okay.
Yeah, social media. If it's just me and you vibing off camera, like on camera, off camera, I'm gonna be who I am. I'm giving you what I think. I'm giving you what I feel. I understand there are certain topics like I won't touch. Just like I said, I won't name these organizations because I have a respect for who I'm affiliated with, them as an organization, and I'm not going to put them out. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's me setting a boundary and saying, all right, this I'm not going to talk about. When we're off camera, I'll tell you about it. But what I'm saying is I don't like hiding.
Okay. So real quick, because to what you're saying, right? To like the whole, let's go back a little bit to, not speaking of certain names and stuff like that. With me, I'm in I don't know, I'm weird. I'm in the middle of that. Like, part of me, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna let you know what time it is.
Yeah.
With the same token, though, I do try to be mindful of what or how much or what I'm really trying to say, or at least try to make sure like what I'm really trying to speak about, make sure it's really hit that mark, because I feel like I'm giving the information that some people need to hear. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you need to know it's because of that source over there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I do understand and respect not saying certain names at times because people make mistakes. Yeah. And we probably will. And instead of me putting dirt on somebody or a person's name, you never know. We might able to talk and resolve something and work again. Yeah. And it's hard to work with other. It's hard to work.
Burn that bridge.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Exactly. Burning bridges. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not a bridge burner.
I'm not either, bro. But I ain't gonna lie. If I feel a way about you, you're going to feel it.
I respect that. I respect
you're going to feel it.
And that's you. That's you being true to how you feel about something. And that's what I mean is. Now, do you do that in the honeymoon phase? I
do that in general. We could be in honeymoon phase, and you do something to me, you're gonna feel it, and you're gonna hear about it. Because I tell this to people. I tell people, or I should say, women people in general. I'm really big on communication. You know what I'm saying? I feel like communication is key to everything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't know how to communicate, still say what you feel, because somehow you're learning. We're still learning how to do this thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might teach you how to be a good communicator. Somebody might teach you that you're not good at communicating. Mm-hmm. But as long as you're talking and voicing yourself, you should. It gives you time. It gives you moments to grow and figure out those type of things. Is what's going on.
What do you think makes someone a good communicator?
What makes them not a good communicator?
What do you think makes someone a good communicator?
The first step is listening. Listen is the first step, because if you don't understand what the person is really trying to tell you, how are you able to, like, you're not going to be able to digest or fix or even respond back to what they're trying to say to you. Yeah. So I feel like listening is definitely the first step.
Listening.
After listening, and then after that, I think you should rebuttal back what you regurgitated. Okay. So let them understand, like,
summarize it.
Yeah, summarize. Okay. Let them understand, like, this is what you're saying. I get what you're saying. And then a final step for me, because I'm not gonna keep going to 10 and shit. That's fine. It's okay. So you know what I mean? Because it could be other steps. Is what I'm trying to say. But yeah. Fast forward, I guess the third step would be to, like, after that, just explain back the resolution of, both sides. Like, this is where we can meet in the middle. Yeah. So that's how I will look at it. So
this is okay. So that's for you is like handling a conflict.
Yes.
That sounds like conflict resolution. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's a huge skill in communication. Something that I found just through life, communication is big for me as well. And I'm very much like a relationship person, right? I'm very skilled at building relationships. I find that there's a foundation of all communication, and it starts with, can you ask good questions?
Okay.
Right?
Can you ask good questions?
And it goes back to the simple who, what, when, where, why, how. Right? But when conversing, the main ones that you'll use are what and how. What are you doing today?
You know,
What do
girls,
you mean?
You know, girls don't like that shit though, right?
What are you doing today?
Yeah, the WID. They get mad at that now.
No, they don't like WID.
I'm saying in general, nigga. Spelling it out or not. they that.
What you doing
you know what
today?
You know what they want? You know what they want? They want you to sit in reservations.
Clearly, this is a show for SP to take shots at women.
Nah. I like making fun of everybody. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, but you saying something, so I feel like, hey, that's what a lot of times happens.
WID is I know.
You know what I'm saying? That's what happens. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
That's why everybody.
I spell it out though.
So you write
I put what you doing.
I'm gonna start doing it and see if it changes. Listen, I'm listening and I'm trying to figure it out.
Hey, let me know how that goes.
I would. I mean, don't get it messed up. Like I don't ask women what they doing like that. I'm really playing around overall, but because I don't know. I guess the only time I will ask that if I'm on the phone with you, but through text I don't really ask that as much. I just be like, what's good? Like, what's the vibe? What's going on with you? How was your day? What else I be doing? I'd be like, I talk about me afterwards and see if they want to engage, or you know what I'm saying, or what you want to do today. You know what I'm saying, like stuff like that is how I what WD I don't really do. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that's fine.
That.
Hey, that's fine.
I had to say that because I felt like you. I was really on that. Like,
how are you feeling today? How you feeling today?
Exactly. Okay. I don't say it like that, but I like those words though. How you feeling today?
Yeah.
How you feeling today?
How you feeling today?
How are you feeling today?
How are you feeling today?
Tell me a description of how you feeling today, so I can respond to how you feeling that day.
That boy play matchmaking. For real, he gonna turn the YouTube into Bumble.
Hey, I'm with that too, bro. We can play musical chairs too and all that.
Bro, you know Bumble has never worked for me.
I never used it.
I tried it maybe I didn't give enough of a chance, but I tried it like a few times. I was like, bro, get this.
So what was your worst experience during Bumble?
Bro, I've never even got a match.
Oh, you never got a match?
Never even got a match.
You know why?
Why?
My personal telling you is because you're more of a physical person. You're more
think so.
in
I agree.
In the hair. And I'm low-key, I'm that way too. Like a lot of females that I've met or talked to hasn't really fully been on social media. I see you. I gotta see you. I gotta go over there real quick and see what's up. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those.
Yeah, same. I think that's why it doesn't work for me. I'm not so. It feels.
But I have heard that if you're going to try a social media app to hook up or try to see about singles, I heard Facebook is actually popping. My man uses Facebook, and I ain't gonna lie, he's been hitting. I'm not gonna cap,
but like Facebook in the way it's always been used.
So I guess there's.
Or is he going on Facebook Marketplace?
No, I guess it's not Yo. Hey, that boy said girls are putting up their application on Facebook Market page.
That'd be wild.
That's crazy. But I mean, it's funny. We're laughing, but it's basically that. But it's not Marketplace. It's just like exactly what you said. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know the exact word of what it is overall, but it's not regular Facebook. I mean, obviously you get on Facebook, but there's a part of Facebook that. Hey man, if y'all know what it is, y'all know what I'm talking about. Let the man know what I'm talking about. Don't make me look crazy. But I do know that there's something on Facebook that you could go for singles if you're single and you're looking to mingle. There's a part on something on there that you can go on and you can meet. You can meet.
Facebook is doing everything they can to try to stay relevant.
I haven't been on Facebook.
Not gonna work.
I haven't been on Facebook in years. Like I was not gonna lie to you.
I can't even log back into my Facebook.
You said what?
I can't even log back into my Facebook. Like, I have to go through the process. I don't feel like doing that. That's how much I don't care.
I'm with you because I was about to say I don't even know if I can because I don't even use that email anymore.
Right. Exactly.
Like I don't even know that email anymore. So I don't even know if I can.
Us millennials are going through that.
What?
Like trying to recover old login info from stuff we did on MySpace and Facebook.
I did MySpace one time. I don't know how I did it, but I logged into my MySpace one time. But I didn't even remember that shit again. I just one day, so I just felt like trying.
Passwords.
I mean, I'm a person that write down my password. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I write mine down though.
You smart.
Yeah, I write down my password in my man's the one because I showed him because one time he needed a password for here, and I opened my where I have it at. I'm gonna say it like that, and I showed it to him like, yo, it's right there. And he was like, wait, where is it? I'm like, right there. He was like, oh shit. So because of the way I write it, so even if you go on my phone, you have to decipher it.
Oh, right.
So I have it in a certain place, and if you look at it, you still got to decipher it.
I wish I had a little. I wish I had. You ever seen Harry Potter?
Okay, yeah.
You know Dobby.
Okay.
I wish I had a little Dobby just to have my passwords. That would be fire, bro.
You really think you'll use it for that though?
Hell yeah.
Come on.
I mean, other stuff.
Okay. Like what? They what? See, don't try not to say it. Say what? Say what?
Probably go snatch me something from the Facebook Marketplace.
Hey yo, hey, we say that shit too. Hey, we gonna need some some sponsorships for Facebook Marketplace about now because we said that shit about 5 times already. Bro, they cut the check somehow.
It's the new Craigslist.
There's the new Craigslist. I haven't been on Craigslist neither in a while. That's crazy how things are like really advancing. How do you feel about the AI situation? Because you're a musician or you're an artist yourself as well.
I had a feeling we're gonna get here.
I honestly, you know what's funny? I only spoke about it one time with somebody, not on the podcast. By the way, this is not a podcast. That's the name of the show, by the way.
Oh.
This is not a podcast.
Yeah, you always get me with that.
So, yeah,
you told me that, and I'm
yeah.
thinking about it.
That's why I said it like that, so you can look crazy. Yeah,
well, what is it?
It's just not a podcast. Anything but that.
Name.
Anything but that.
It's a good name.
Call it anything but that, but it's not a podcast.
It's not a podcast.
It's not a podcast. This is not a podcast. But
it's provocative.
Hey man, keep the people going. Fuck, I forgot where I was going
AI.
with that. Yes, AI. I spoke to a couple people about it, and I haven't. This is a platform to speak about shit like this. I feel like, and I haven't spoke about it.
We talking about practice?
I mean, we fuck with AI,
practice?
So yeah. I think we should talk about practice. Everybody's not AI.
I love Allen Iverson.
Everybody can't do all that shit. You need to go to practice. Kobe showed y'all. Take your ass to practice.
Facts.
So
I had to show love the real, the first and only AI.
Hey, no. Yeah, real tall right there. Yeah, he was the problem too.
No, he was the answer.
No, I'm saying he was the problem too. Like, I get what you're saying, though, but he was a problem too.
That boy was a problem.
He was a problem. Jordan, he crossed up Jordan, bro. Couple people, let me not get it fucked.
I would cross up Jordan.
A lot of people cross up Jordan, and when I believe you, because listen, just because you're the best, just because we see you as the best player of all time or in general, like LeBron, doesn't mean you can't get crossed.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I played basketball for a while and I've seen the best player on the team get crossed. You can get crossed, bro. It's not a problem. And I had to say that real quick too, because I be feeling like people acting like niggas can't get crossed. Relax. You just can't beat them motherfucking time.
And all y'all out there listening to this, y'all could get crossed too.
I ain't gonna lie. We need to go back. I need to play again. I ain't like that. I ain't like that run.
I put together games with.
I like that run we did last time.
Yeah.
I ain't really like that run.
Oh, you didn't like that run? Where was it at? Oh, the outdoor one with the roof?
Yeah. No. I like the park was good. I'm talking about me. I ain't like the way I played that day.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you just gotta come back out again.
I have to play the way I play. It wasn't bad. I just know I'm low key a Jimmy Buckets type of guy. You know what I'm saying?
We get some good run out there, man. The other day we had like 12 out there. We were able to rotate 4v4.
Yeah. Ain't nobody call me out there for no more. I don't think y'all niggas fuck with me like that no more.
I'll hit you up next time.
Y'all say that, but y'all don't be hitting me up. So
bro, you don't know the life of someone who has to organize things like this, bro.
It's okay.
Remembering everyone who
it's okay. Invite. I get it. I'm not nobody big to y'all. I understand. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I am busy at the end of the day, so it's not like I'm,
whatever. I hit you up.
It's not like I'm always say yes, but I'm just saying, niggas see.
So,
what you sipping on, by the way?
By the way, I just had to put this out there. It's 4v4 over 5v5 any day of the week. That's the point in life I'm at.
So you ready to run the 4? You ready to do half?
Yeah.
You like the half shit?
Yeah.
Only reason I'm cool with that, cause like, nigga, I'm not in shape, so I'm not trying to run down the court anyway.
That's part of the reason why I don't like it, because you know what it turns into. It just turns into a track.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I ain't trying to run down the court.
And at that point. Either you good or you just more athletic. We not really talking basketball skills now. We talking about athleticism, which that's fine. I could keep up with that, but I know majority of the people out there playing are not running up.
Wait. So you feel that you feel like your skills on the court would show more on the half court?
Absolutely.
Bam. That's
Absolutely.
Hey, I want to know
your skill, your IQ. It's less space to work with, so you do have to be skilled, and you have to understand basketball movement, the flow of it. If you don't understand it, you don't understand the pick and roll, you don't understand spacing, you are gonna get whooped in 4v4.
Damn.
Every time.
I never fully thought about it like that. I mean, I thought about it, but it never hit me like that. Like, yeah, you're right.
And 5v5, you just sprint up court, and if you beat your guy to the rim, and you easy layup or whatever it might be. But don't nobody really run. I mean, if you're playing with a group of everyone being good,
then yeah, you'll run.
Then
but
yeah,
niggas
but if
really,
you're playing with day-to-day,
you're gonna get some slacks.
Yeah, bro. People just stop running on defense. It's not fun.
Nah,
it's just,
what you're saying.
It's just whatever.
I see what you're saying. So yeah, so like I said, what you drinking, bro? What you got going on?
You wanna know what I'm drinking?
Yeah, what you drinking?
It's that high quality H2O.
Ooh,
water.
Drinking water. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a sip today. I ain't do it in a while.
Do that, man. Pop
I'm a sip today. We ain't gonna tell y'all what we drinking because they ain't pay us shit. But you know what? Nah, I'm gonna let y'all know. We ain't gonna act like that. We ain't gonna act like that on here. We gonna act Diddy. I'm trying out this, everybody pick Moscato before, but I'm trying out this whole, what is this, Carlo? I ain't gonna lie, I don't even know what the fuck this is.
Rossini.
Oh, shit.
What just happened?
God just said, what's up? That's what just happened.
That boy opened the bottle and the light.
Let there be light. You know what I'm saying? This goes back to what I was saying. I have my controller. Not everything wanna fall out. I had my controller last time. And these boys, I ain't gonna say no names as how you said. We ain't gonna say no names. And they kept the battery on. So when they kept the battery on, guess what happened?
What?
The controller went out. So I come back to the studio today with no I come back to the studio with no good with no controller.
For the ring light.
Yes. So now I gotta get up every time. See that bullshit?
What kind of battery you need? AA, AAA?
Nah. I need the circle shit. What's that shit
called?
What's that shit called? What is that shit called in the first place?
That's the one no matter where you look in your crib.
You ain't finding that.
You ain't finding that.
You ain't finding that.
That shit died. Mine actually died today in my car key.
See?
And I came and locked my car with the controller now, so I gotta go get another one.
That's fucked up. So yeah, man. So I got people to curse out, but I ain't gonna curse them out.
Damn them.
I ain't gonna curse them out. I'm gonna let them fly today. It is what it is.
But yeah, man, like the whole AI thing.
Yeah, my fault.
It's been it's all good. I'm circling back.
It's a compliment. It's we having a full blown regular conversation.
The whole AI thing is, man, in some ways it's scary. In some ways it's
Wait, you like that sound?
Change.
That sound? Wait. I kind of like that sound.
Go ahead.
What is it called?
Aesthetic?
No. Damn, what is it called when people be like
SMR? ASMR?
Yeah. This is for
ASMR.
Them. This is for them.
Yeah. That's not the same sound that it was though.
I mean, it was a sound. Hey man. It was doing that. My fault. Okay, AI. My fault. I got HD, whatever that shit calls. I'll be everywhere.
Enjoy that, Miss Khan. First sip. Here you go. First sip.
Toast to you. Toast to life. Toast to one day being married. Even though I don't really give a fuck. You care about being married?
Not. I would do it. I'm not like, I gotta get married.
We're gonna hold that part because I feel the same way. But toast to all that. Toast to good life, man. Facts. Cheers to everybody that's watching this pod.
Facts.
That's not a podcast.
This is not.
It's not a podcast. So yeah, you said AI. You said it's a little scary.
Yeah, I mean, I saw an article the other day about a fast food restaurant, McDonald's, fully automated.
Nobody in the fucking restaurant. Can you believe that?
No, but I see it.
You know what's going down faster than I see? I see that. I know Taco Bell's already doing it, and I forgot what state it was. But what's scarier to me is the grocery stores. The grocery stores are doing it. So what it is once you walk up to the door, you gotta you know how you're on the floor, there's like a mat to tell you where to stand at. So you have to stand on the mat and look up at the camera so it can recognize you, scan your face. Then they'll open up the door. You go through the door, and this is where that weird shit they be talking about, how they want to put the chip in you and all that weird stuff. Either that or through the phone, you're able to scan through your phone or the chip in your hand, and then it opens up another.
So let me ask you: Are you staying for all this?
I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna take a quick left, but when people talk about slavery, and when Kanye said it was, when Kanye said was slavery a choice or not, I feel like we're entering that debate. Let that ponder.
People are going to recognize.
Let that ponder a little bit.
People are going to recognize how much Kanye West was actually right.
Right. I'm just trying to. That's why I'm bringing it up again. I'm trying to be honest with the shit.
I mean,
this is why
I know how polarizing of a person he is, and his opinions, and all the messed up stuff that he's done, and his ego, and all. I get it. You can't deny when someone is speaking truth.
So okay, so you see where I'm going with it when I said we're entering that part of where we it's that thin line of like slavery was a choice. Because and I'm saying that because of what you asked me. Am I staying for it? Stop thinking about it, and I'm gonna fight and die probably. Because I didn't do the. I didn't do that. I'm good. I'm not doing that. I'm good. I don't care what y'all say. And on top of that, I don't like taking medicines anyways. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So
what's up? You getting missing on an island?
I would love to get missing on the island, if anything, but I don't want to. I like the life I live overall. I like the amenities that we have. But like I said, if it becomes a choice of, hey, you got to do that, or get on an island and live like the caveman for a little bit, or just vibe off that, then I guess I'll do that. Because I don't want to live life with somebody telling me what to do 24/7, or moving in a certain way and all these weird stuff. Like, bro, they're telling us now that you can eat fake meat, modified meat.
The crazy thing is, the crazy thing is like behavioral psychology is so present in a lot of the brands, a lot of the companies a lot of the big companies. There's behavioral psychology, like just very present in everything they do, how they sell their product, how they advertise it, how they so on and so forth. That mentally we almost don't even make our own decision.
Exactly.
Right? We're swayed by constant bombarding of imaging and messaging and
who we really like to follow and all that weird shit.
Right. And so the slavery is a choice thing is, maybe it is, like in some cases it is, because the choice line. it's either you choose to stay
or you choose
and
to fight.
Deal with it, or you choose to fight against it. Right. And or you choose to flight.
That's what I say. You choose to fight. Oh, you said flight or flight? Flight.
You could leave.
So okay, so the thing with leaving, right? This is the part that it makes it kind of,
now you can.
Okay, I was just about to say that makes it kind of challenging, because you can leave now, but it's still hard to, because the same way, like, depending on where you want to go, let me give a little bit more of a psychology mindset of what's going on. Like, depending on where you want to go at, you can't stay there for long sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And then if you don't know nobody in that, unless somebody educate me if I'm wrong, but from my understanding is you can't stay there for long. And then if you do try to do that, you actually have to know somebody to get a citizenship, or your mother or somebody else. You have to some type of family member has to be a part of that I won't say state, but in that state to get pardoned for that and stuff like that.
I don't think that's true.
I don't think you stay there for that long.
Legally, no.
I mean, I'm speaking legally.
But if you go into an island,
it just lies to what you're saying. All right,
you
I'm with
figure
you on
it
that.
out.
I feel what you're saying.
You know,
Yeah.
Find someone to live
what you're
with
saying. I see
until
what you're
you
saying.
figure it out,
I see what you're
or live off the land, or you know what I'm saying. Like it's gonna take sacrifice. It's gonna take risk.
Valid.
But that's
The bottom line.
That's
is,
what you decide to do.
Okay, that's what you're saying. So in that format, then I think I probably will end up trying to do that because I do not want to live in a society that I have to go to McDonald's and talk to a computer all day. Even though I don't eat McDonald's, but my point is that's not what I want to do.
My dad did that.
What?
I can't say.
But he did what?
I don't know exactly why, but my dad went to a third world country and is still there, Cameroon, Africa, and it's nowhere near as developed as how it is here, right? And so you have your own. It has its own challenges that maybe we don't face here, like maybe healthcare, maybe cleanliness of water, or whatever it might be. But they're not dealing with AI being so much of an issue there right now.
I was gonna say, yeah, right now it's still gonna hit everywhere regardless. Question then.
But it takes time. But like, realize this: AI only operates with the infrastructure being set out.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're in a place like Cameroon, Africa, where they barely like their technology is nowhere near as advanced as ours, the infrastructure is not there for AI to really make a significant impact.
Valid.
If you in trees and nature, AI can't do shit.
Valid.
So it's not really a problem there. It's a problem here because of the infrastructure we operate within.
So were you born here or you have other?
Yeah.
Okay.
Miami.
So this is the only place you have been in Florida?
Living or
well, let me rephrase. Is this the only country you've ever been in?
Living? Or just visit?
Visit?
No, I've been to so many different countries.
What's the other countries you've been in?
I've been to France when I was little. I was about 9. I've been to Haiti. I've been to Jamaica. I've been to Trinidad and Tobago. I've been to
Trinidad is yo, I went there too. That's just beautiful.
my family I grew up with, my adopted family is from Trinidad.
I knew it was real. I knew so this I've been there a long time ago, but I learned this is when I learned like food is like a different situations for every country. When I seen them eating KFC like it was nothing.
Oh boy.
And when I ate the KFC, I was like, oh, this is not like our KFC.
Never had KFC like you would have in the West.
Their
Indies.
KFC is bussin'.
It's another level.
Yo, I'm like, all right, I get it. My
From
fault.
the ketchup to the chicken.
Yeah, it just tastes different. They taste different.
I don't know if it's a seasoning. I think it's that they use real chicken.
I was gonna say I think it's all that. It's all that because not only that, like for example, I watch a show too. You see how I be watching vegan stuff as well. Yeah. When you behind closed scenes, you'll see that I was watching that. But I watch a show. I don't know the name of the channel, the YouTube channel, but I be watching a show that they do. It's like it's like basically U.S. food versus European or Canadian, not Canadian. I think Canada or UK, one of those
different places.
Yeah, different places, and like, but they do fast foods.
Right.
So like for example, our Chipotle versus their Chipotle.
Right.
And you will see that in America they let all these chemical buying stuff in our foods, but then when you go to other countries, they don't let them do that.
Right.
So that's the big difference right there already. Then on top of that, they show as well like the size difference. Like there's no such thing as an extra large over there. All you get is like a medium or small, stuff like that is what's going on. So my point, what I'm trying to say, going back to, it's a big difference at the end of the day. Like there's things that they do that makes it a big difference, and that's why it tastes better, and that's why people are able to eat it more.
Yeah, that's a cultural thing,
mm-hmm.
and as a result of the culture dictating what will be allowed, it's also of course it's political too, but it's also a product market fit. Like if in Asia they have their own cultural values and they don't eat certain portions. They believe that like you don't waste not even a grain of rice. If you ever hear about, like, you ever see them eating, when they eat with the chopstick, they do grain at, maybe not one grain at a time, but They eat every single grain.
Mm-hmm.
Here we waste.
Mm-hmm.
We just waste, bro. I work with these kids. These kids waste like you wouldn't believe. And it's not just them, right? They learn it from somewhere.
Exactly.
So it's also us. It's also us, the people who are teaching them, who are growing them, and who are raising them. And we waste as a society. And you look at countries like, you look at places like Asia and Europe, and they just have different values and different morals. And maybe I don't live there, right? So I don't know everything, but maybe they only allow a certain amount of control to corporations. Where here we are capital.
I just don't understand. I just don't understand, if we're so good or we're so much the best, why do we have to do that? And to this day, I don't think it's about the capitalism and stuff like that. Because a lot of these people that own these, when you dig, a lot of people that own these corporations are doing I forgot the percentage, but my point is like the top 500 groups of companies that run the world is what I'm trying to say. A lot of these people, they're not even here. The people who run them shit, so they own that, they're not here. Where does Bill Gates live? Y'all look that up. Y'all look that up. See where Bill Gates live.
In Portmore.
That's why I be trying to say, like, I don't get it.
Do you know where he live?
I'm not gonna say nothing else.
Okay.
I'll buy like you on that one. I said the name. I ain't gonna say where he at.
But I mean, at one point I used to focus on that a lot, and I had to reprogram my mind to not, because it's only gonna stress me out day to day. Like, I'm just at a point where I live my life.
Live your life. Live your life.
I live my life. I make decisions every day that I think are the best for me and for what I value. And I live with them.
Valid.
I live with my decisions. And
so
I'll tell you what, I'm a person I'm not afraid to go.
I was just about to say that. Can you see yourself living in another country? And what country would that be?
Well, I meant I'm not afraid to go. Like, I'm not afraid for my life to end.
Oh, okay. So you will fight. What does that mean?
That's not. No, what I mean is, like,
when you say
I'm happy with everything I've done up to this point. Who I am.
Oh, you're content with life. The
impact I've made.
Okay.
Like, is there more for me to grow and more for me to earn and gain and experience? Yeah, maybe. But am I happy with all that I've done up to this point? 100%.
I can honestly say the only reason I'm not is because one of my goals before I perish, or as they say, go to another whatever, to I perish or whatever. My point is I really do want to. I want to be the person to create a different bloodline. Like, I want to enrich my bloodline.
That'd be the one thing I'll say.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the one thing I want to. Yeah, that's why I go so hard with this music thing at times, because I just want to be the person to be like, yo, I changed my bloodline.
Is there no one else in your family who has contributed to that?
No, who's
brought kids in?
No, I know of.
Okay, so then it's on you.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
For me,
I know
my family got hella kids. Bro. I'm an uncle times 12.
I don't have a lot of people don't bring a lot of kids in like that. We
so you have a responsibility.
We smashing, but we wrapping it up. But our pull-out game is really strong, bro.
Very strong.
Yeah. So I only got one, bro. I got one child.
Hey,
that says a lot about me.
Does that? So do you want more?
I do. If I could have it my way, you trying to say? We want to talk about that?
Yeah.
If I could have it my way, I want to at least have like 7 or 5.
Wow.
Yeah. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't even care.
5 more?
5 more. 5, 6 more. I don't care.
5 to 6. Okay.
Let's get it. You know why?
Y'all heard that?
Yeah.
Y'all heard that?
What? Yeah.
Holla at him.
Nah, don't holla at me.
Facebook Marketplace.
Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, my dog.
Let's get it. I'm definitely gonna tag them.
You know, did you know
what?
I've had a legitimate offer. Maybe it wasn't put in writing, but I'm talking about serious conversation. I had a legitimate offer by a woman for me to have a child with her and sign off rights to her.
I couldn't do it. I don't care how much money they gave me. I couldn't do it.
And I don't remember. This was like maybe, it's maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. But she said, have a child with me and sign off rights. And I think every now and then she would let me see the child, but for the most part she would raise it.
I couldn't do it.
Why?
Because I'm big on being in my child's life. Like I couldn't do it. I can't fathom like me having an offspring for me and not being in a life. Even if it, I just can't. I don't think I could do it. I thought about it. I don't think I could do it.
I didn't do it, but I thought about it.
I don't think I could do it. The only way I can do it if maybe that's what you're trying to tell me. But the only way I can do it is like I'm not signing off rights, but it's an agreement of like she's never gonna put me on child support for no bullshit. You know what I mean? Like everything is cold. Like she has everything locked down.
Yeah,
and she would never put me on anything like that. But if I want to, as you said, like if I want to go be with my child, stuff like that, like we could definitely. She's not hiding anything from my. You know what I mean? Like I can still be in my child's life. Then maybe we could try to do that. But other than that, like nah, I need to be in my child's life. I need to talk to my child almost every day. I need to do all that. I wouldn't feel right.
You know, I thought about it and I was like, you know how many men would love this opportunity?
I don't think so.
What?
I don't think so, bro.
There's so many
I don't think
men
so.
out
I
here
don't think so.
that
I don't
do
think so.
that.
I don't think so. Nah, I don't think so. I think
maybe not as much as before, but
I think I'll be honest with you, I feel that the reason why it looks like men don't be in their child's life is because the relationship of the parents, the two people. Sometimes the mother doesn't want to be with the dad anymore, and there's conflict there, and stuff like that.
That's
but
fair.
a lot of the times, that's not. I don't believe that's true. I feel like dads really want to be in their life. They might not be the best fucking dads now. That's a different story. But being in the child's life, I don't really believe that.
That's fair. It most likely does.
Don't do that to us, black man.
Center around.
Hey man, he's not gonna do this.
I didn't say black man. I said men.
All right, just making sure, because you know what I mean.
Come on,
I'm speaking for the black men. Then you know what I mean. I got y'all back. What you talking about?
What you trying to say? I'm a cracker.
I mean, you light skin.
That's because you got this bright light on me. That's why.
Hey man, you still light skin. Hey, your melanin ain't popping, my boy. Nah, I'm all jokes. Like,
he made my beige jacket look bright white.
Yeah, it did. But don't worry about it. We'll tint it out for you. I got you. Add some color for you.
You know what
there.
I don't like?
What?
I do not like when I take my time. I put on a fly outfit.
By the way, you know what I mean, we gotta talk about that too. Go ahead.
Thank you. When I put on a fly outfit, right?
Okay.
And I go to a function.
What happens?
And a woman has the nerve to walk up to me and give me a hug and wipe her damn makeup on my fit. You hear me? I do not appreciate. Obviously, it's not intentional, but
I'll be honest with you.
That shit gets me hot.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not. I give hugs, but depending on who you are, and I see. I don't know. I'm weird. I probably could see. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know what it is, but I could peep that. So you're not hugging me. If I could see you like, you got a lot of makeup on.
SP is that. He is that type of person. SP, that guy. He open the door for you, and he gonna stop you right here.
Yeah. Exactly. I've done that to niggas too. Balls like yo.
He do that. He did that to me when I got here.
Hey yo, chill, bro.
I mean, hey, I'm cool with it. Listen, I don't mind it.
I'm just a little okay. All jokes aside, I'm low key like a germaphobe. Like low key, like it's not high. It's just low key. Like if I dap somebody, like I could dap me up, I could do this, but if I dap somebody else up, in my mind, I'm like, I don't know what you did. You don't know what I did. You know what I'm saying? Now, I feel like I gotta wash my hands. And then on top of that, it's like I don't like, and that's the reason why I don't like touching my face. But there's times that I touch my face, so it's just like, now I got this person germs on me and
What
my
you're saying
face.
is you got trust issues.
I got big trust issues. I don't trust nobody, bro. I'm not
Really?
gonna lie to you. I got fucked over too many times. I got fucked over too many times.
Worst?
What times I got fucked over?
What's the worst time?
You know what's hard to say because you know why it's hard. I'm gonna sound like a little. I don't know what I'm gonna sound like, but it's gonna sound weird. It's hard to explain. It's hard to answer that because it's about my feelings at the end of the day. Like no matter what, it's my feelings. So it's like all of them, nigga.
So
like,
give a memorable story, one that you feel comfortable telling of a time that somebody did you wrong.
Did me wrong. High school, I got hurt. Female hurt my feelings. She helped me become the asshole that I am. I call it an asshole, but I'm not a real asshole. But anyways,
I don't think you're an asshole.
I appreciate that because I'm really straightforward and I got a good guy. But at the end of the day, the reason why it could come off as me being a toxic or asshole is because I don't play no games. I just I tell you what it is. You know what I'm saying? If I don't want to be in a relationship with you, I'm telling you I don't want to be in a relationship with you. And I explain myself. But
what does she do?
I loved her. I was in love with her. Not even I loved her. I was in love with her. And she damn, this boy making me go that far. All right. I was in love with her, and when I felt that we were supposed to get stronger together, she eventually told me that she still was in love with her ex-boyfriend that was still back at home. Broke my heart because me and her went through certain things together. I don't that's one thing I don't do. Like if you meet my mom, you're somebody to me.
Mm.
You met my mom liked you, all that extra shit. My mom even felt like, hey, you know what I mean? We know my mom, like her mom was strict too. So my mom was like, and my mom was strict too at the time, but my mom liked it so much. Like, hey, I'll talk to your mom too. Like, so y'all can try to, you know, be at least have some type of friendship.
Yeah.
All that shit. My point is everything was in line.
How old were you?
Around that time when that shit happened, maybe 17,
So younger.
16, some shit like that.
And how long were y'all together?
Too long.
Like more than 2 years?
More than 2 years for sure. More than 2 years for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, more than 2 years for sure.
Now I'll say this. I would attribute that to be having a young mind.
Mm-hmm.
But that goes back to what I'm talking about the honeymoon.
For me, I don't think it was the honeymoon. So
it's much longer than what the honeymoon was supposed to be.
the reason we can, I feel like, yeah, we could always center things back to the not the honey, but young mindset.
Young mindset and not being true to what you feel.
But that's the part I'm trying to say. That's what hurted me because I was being true to how I feel.
Not you.
What you mean?
Her.
Oh, her being truthful. Okay.
Her not recognizing early on.
Okay.
That she's still in love with her ex.
Yeah.
And that she doesn't, and that she wants to be with him.
Yeah, that shit hurt, bro. I ain't gonna cap, dog. My feelings were hurt.
And I'm sure. So actually, some shit like that happened to me too.
Bro, shorty told you that.
It wasn't necessarily her ex, but it was like someone that maybe at one point she had feelings for, but I came in and swooped. And I guess her attention shifted to me.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually I didn't really keep, I didn't feed the relationship. Right? I didn't do the things that would make her happy.
Yo, let's talk about that.
Even though it's not a responsibility.
Let's talk about that real quick.
All right, go ahead.
So before we talk about that, to the story I just gave, shout out to you, by the way, because I'm still, I don't talk to her or something like that, but I still see her around. She's doing her thing. I appreciate you. You made me who I am at the end of the day. I'm happy with you. Happy that you got your shit together at the end of the day.
Wow.
But let's talk about that.
We just got...
What?
That was big.
Wait, why? What you mean?
That you just were able to forgive on...
Oh,
Excuse me, baby girl. I know you with your friends. I ain't tryna waste your time. I don't mean to be so rude. You know you looking good, like a snack I wanna bite. When I take you home tonight, I'ma make you feel alright.
It's the beige one.
I don't mean to be so rude. Baby, take a chance. There's no need to be that shy.
Look, I could read you like a book. That's why I caught your eyes like a fish to a hook. A snook, slippery, you getting me shook. But I'm strong on your line till my prize get took. Ooh, and we could head somewhere nice. I put the paint on nice. You take me on flights. I got the rings on vice. Put it on my case. I got the rings on vice. And we done take it like a vice ice. Look it in my eyes right now. Taking out my vice right now. I'm a deep in your soul.
Yeah, because one
That's big.
on screen. Now that's valid. But at the end of the day, yeah, I mean, again, I'm old enough to understand, like, you know what I mean, life happens, and you know what I'm saying, and it did still mold me to understand certain things that I even give game to my daughter about. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, things in life mold you to be who you need to be. Even if it's good or bad, it still taught you something. So you just got to figure it out. So valid to that. So again, I still appreciate you. And at the end of the day, she held a part of my life. I'm a part of my heart, so I'm not gonna shit on her. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Talk about that though. The whole, I agree. So nobody's supposed to hold the key to your happiness. You're supposed to make yourself happy. I agree on that. Where I want to take this conversation to what you said is that I don't think a lot of men or women understand understand that they have to work at least to show that they are trying to keep their spouse happy if you're fuck the dating situation, if you're in a relationship with somebody, however that relationship is, if it's monogamous or poly, whatever it is, I still do feel that you hold some type of value to make sure that your placement in that person's life is met to whatever needs they need it to be with you. So for example, what I'm trying to say is, like, if you're a female or a male that likes to go walks on the park, for example, I mean, something light. If you like to go walks on the park, do walks on the park and stuff like that, hey man, don't just hold it accountable for that person to do that for you. Learn how to create that aura for you to even not encourage, but to create those date nights for y'all to do that. I feel like, especially for females and niggas, they don't take time to, like, I guess go back to what you're saying over the honeymoon stage, when you're like trying to court a woman, you got to keep courting. You can't just court and do that and then stop, nigga. The way you got her is how you got to keep her, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I always say I I have this joke. So I'm a person that'll like test someone by throwing a joke out there to see how it goes. Yeah. So I have this joke where I'll tell a woman, like, you know, I'm not gonna do nice things for you early on, or I'm not gonna last in bed with you the first time, so that you don't expect that shit. That's what I got you. Because with women, and maybe it's not just with women, maybe it's everyone, but once you set a certain standard,
that shit
you better be prepared to make that shit the standard.
It sticks,
and have to continue to be consistent with meeting it, or set the bar higher.
Exactly. And that's the point I'm trying to make, and I feel like people don't understand that. A lot of times, like you just said, like we said, like, you meet a guy, you meet a girl, and they doing these things to each other, and then once you get them, it stops. And it's just like, bro, what are you doing? Like, what's going on here? This is not what I came into. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I feel like people need to check that. A lot of women and men need to check that. And I don't know. I just feel like people need to just be aware of that. Whatever you came in with, you got to continue to do that. Don't stop. Continue to do that.
Yeah, and well, some of that takes consistency first and foremost. It takes being considerate, like recognizing when your partner or when someone you care about is in need of something, right? Or something's wrong. It takes sacrifice, because it takes you. Something they like to do might be something that you do not care to do.
Bro.
For whatever reason, I feel like so many women love going to the beach. Bro, I can't stand sand in my toes. I do not like sand in my toes. I love the water. I don't like sand.
Oh my goodness, yo.
I don't like sand, bro.
Shout out to the girls that like the beach.
Most of them do.
Yeah, shout out to y'all.
So you know, you got to make a sacrifice. I got to get that sand in my toes or find a way around it. But doing things that the other one enjoys to do, it's not about doing it for them to make them happy. It's about doing it with them because they want to do it with you.
I think it's all that. Doing it because they want to be happy.
No, because they could do that for themselves. It's not about doing it for them to make them happy. It's about doing it with them.
Okay.
They could do it on their own or with their friends. They could do it with anyone, but they want to do it with you.
But that's what I mean by, okay, I'm doing it to make you happy. Because you want to do that with me. I don't want to do that, but I'm doing it for you to make you happy. Even though you're doing it because you want to be with me.
I'm spending time with you. Doing things that you like.
To make you happy. Yeah. So that's what I said. It's the same shit. But I get you. I get what you're saying. You know what I mean? You're more of a, you know what I mean, indirect type of nigga. You know what I mean? I get it. I'm not mad at it. I was watching. I should have sent you. I fucked up. I should have sent you the video so you could watch it so we can talk about this. But I was watching another podcast and it was with Dr. Umar. Do you know who that is? He's already laughing, so he knows who that is.
One of my boys' favorite people to kind of like make jokes about, but also sometimes
he be saying some shit.
I think he say some shit.
He be saying some shit. He's saying some shit. So one of the conversation or the part of the conversation he was having was he was telling the fellas that you probably seen, I don't know, whoever seen it, y'all saw it, but he was telling the fellas that us men need to take more accountability to why women are masculine. Because right now the conversation in hindsight is that we're getting a lot of masculine women out here.
It's about to get deep.
You know what I'm saying? So he was explaining that like we should take more accountability. And if we do take more accountability, there won't be, because niggas saying shorty's picking Ray-Rays and shit like that, and he was just saying like, yo, hey, if we did better raising our own men, meaning kids, that, and when he said raising our kids, he doesn't mean literally your Ken. He meant like how you do, for example, for big brother, somebody, you know what I mean, like being a neighborhood. Mm-hmm. So he was really speaking of that overall. So how do you feel about that, by the way? Do you feel that, it is our us brothers' fault, or as a man, I guess we call it the man, our men, is it more to blame that women are more masculine nowadays? What do you feel about that? He said
it's difficult to say. First and foremost, there are people out there who believe that and maybe it's not necessarily about sexuality, right? Or it's not necessarily about gender, right? But I think it's hard to say who the blame shifts on. I don't think it's any one person. I agree. I think it's very multi-layered and multifaceted. But I will say this. Mm-hmm. Protecting women, young girls at a young age from interfamilial abuse is huge.
It took a sharp turn. I wasn't even going there. Okay. Ooh.
Yeah. That's why I said this is deep, because I don't think people realize how much abuse goes on between male family members and young girls, especially in the black community. I work with these kids every day. And a lot of times,
that's what's going on.
And guess what? They grow up and they start to look masculine. They dress masculine. So I won't say that's the direct reason, right? Mm-hmm. But I think it plays a role. And I think as men, yes, we should take accountability in not doing that type shit and protecting from that type shit. But I could also say that, women have a part to play in that too, and being vigilant and alert. But it's very difficult because you have such a dynamic that has come from years of poverty and just a constant attack on the family dynamic, especially in the Black community, that families are just end up dysfunctional, and things like that happen on a daily basis.
Valid. I damn. I'll be honest. I have a daughter, so the fact of thinking that anybody, a family member or not, handed her or dealt with her in any wrongful manner, it's just, you know what I mean, that's 0 to 100 to me at the end of the day. At the same time, there are things that might make things look like something happened and it didn't. So that's why a lot of times I go back to it. Communication is key.
Yeah. Speaking
off that, what you're saying. On another note, going into more of what I was speaking about in the whole Dr. Umar and all that, and that podcast I was watching, it was basically pushed more on like us men, and okay, at the end of the day, he wasn't just attacking us men. I want to make it seem like he was doing that as well, because from the way I read it as well, or the way I read the room, the way he was trying to speak on, he was just saying like, at the end of the day, listen, I'm talking to men. I'm not talking to women right now. I'm talking to men, and I'm telling you how we can handle or try to fix the problem. And by us trying to handle and fix the problem is by us taking accountability to feel like, you know what, let's come together more. And like I said, let's like he said, like let's help men, or let's make the young boys grow up to be men. Let's groom them. Let's show them how it goes. Let's teach them these things that they should learn with treating women and being providers and stuff like that. And I felt like he was speaking some shit. I understand what he was saying, but there were some things that I felt that he wasn't understanding. I think he wasn't understanding or didn't want to speak on it, because I feel like he was an older man and he's speaking to a younger generation. So our mindsets, or even their mindsets, because I think they're probably a little bit younger than me if I'm not mistaken, but my point is like, our mindsets from what I felt that it was on was just the fact of like, listen, things happen to me. I can sit here and be like, I feel this way, that way, and that's why I act this way. But no, I worked hard to be the man I need to be. So when I'm talking to a female and she's hitting me with the whole not being feminine enough for me, that's a problem for me. I shouldn't have to deal with that, or I shouldn't, just because I feel like it's just because I feel like it probably could be my or men's fault, doesn't mean I should take that type of abuse or that type of, I don't always have to choose you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I can move around and figure out who else I could date or talk to, because you're not giving me that femininity that I need or want. And I felt that was a good conversation at the end of the day. Like, yeah, I feel like they're right overall. Yes, we could talk about how we can, better the situation, but I still feel like it lies on, I think a lot of things, the only reason I do attack women, to be real with you, a lot of the times is because I feel like if we're going to talk about a couple things, like how we were speaking earlier, a lot of times we do things for women. And when and again, maybe you're right. Maybe we need to think about it more logic of like, no, it's because they're happy with us. But at the end of the day, even if at the thin line of it, it's like we're still doing it, and we're doing it because it's our women or the women that we want to make happy. So when saying that, for example, if I feel like if a woman still stays in the femininity or aura and still charters that, like, hey, for example, if a man's not doing good, then learn how to help him out. Because a lot of days too, a lot of female will date or start to talk to a man that he's not probably financially there, or mindset's not fully there, and because he don't have some of these criteria that she does believe that the guy doesn't have some of the criteria that she should have, or he should have in his life, that they would just write it off, like, you know what, fuck that nigga. And I feel like that's a little crazy though, because if it was the other way around, us men, we could have the money and everything, for example, and if we see somebody that has at least potential, we will help them. So why isn't it the opposite way as well? Why is it so much of like F this and F that, but then when we turn around, we still got to help? I just don't feel like that. How does that really balance out?
Okay, so summarize what you're asking me in a question.
So I guess now what I'm asking is like, do you feel like it's just that's the core of the problem, not the core of the answer? Do you feel that men should take most of the accountability of females being feminine, or do you feel that no, it's mostly females to start being feminine more, and maybe they will get more of what they want by picking the right guys on top of that and still staying in your femininity?
So how do you identify femininity?
Good question. Like I said, I don't think being feminine means like you're a pushover. You can still have a backbone, as what they want to call it,
right?
And still be soft spoken if that's if some people like that. You still could be a person that's, I just believe, like nurturing.
All right,
that's really I'm going with it.
So we're on the same page. Okay. So as most people say, like most people get caught up in feminine versus masculine, or male versus female, or and we know in today's age, like there's LGBTQ plus. Honestly, I'm respectful of what anybody want to do.
Mm-hmm.
What it comes down to, I think, is providing versus nurturing, right? And if we're talking about nurturing, I think you have to know, or you think you have to have been nurtured in order to understand how to nurture in most cases. Maybe for some people it's innate.
When you say you're talking about men or women, by the way, when you say that,
usually it's women.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure because I feel like men don't particularly need to be nurtured to understand how nurturing is. And the reason I say that is because we're more thinkers. So whatever logically makes sense, we're gonna do it.
I disagree. I think men are nurtured by their mothers.
I get that, but I'm saying
they understand what that feels like. Do they necessarily know how to do it? Like, men can nurture their women, but usually we're thinking about how to solve a problem and how to provide.
I get that, and that's why I said that's 1,000% right on that part. But I'm saying, I'm just speaking, and again, I'm not saying perfect now, but I'm saying 9 out of 10. If a man hasn't got nurture from a woman, never in his life, I think even if he doesn't do it the correct way, as some people will probably want him to do, he still understands what that is, though, because he thinks logic. We think logic a lot of the times. Because 1 + 1 = 2 for us. Mm-hmm. So once we understand, hey, this is what that is, we know how to do that. Mm-hmm. So that's why I was wanted to make sure. Actually, what do you feel about that? You feel it's just for women and men.
I want to backtrack though, because now I want to go back on what I said, because I think you have to know what being nurtured feels like in order to be able to nurture. I was actually talking about women, but
that's what I'm asking. Now that
I think about it, I think women naturally understand how to nurture. It just, masculine or not, they know how to nurture.
Yeah,
I just think men who are, who are straight, heterosexual, like cisgender, they just want a more feminine woman most of the time. And I mean, like, the whole situation with what Umar's saying, he's speaking on something that he feels is an issue.
Yes.
I think if you feel it's an issue, then you're going to try to find someone to blame, but maybe it's not an issue. Maybe you just need to look somewhere else for women.
That's what I say. And again, I don't think he, overall, like I said, if you watch the podcast, I really feel that he wasn't really trying to attack man or female at the end of the day. I just feel like it just felt like it at the moment. The man probably felt attacked a little bit more because it's a conversation he's having with men. So it's like if I'm having a conversation, for example, if you have kids, right, and your 2 kids did the same thing wrong, right? They both today you got daughter, you got your son, and the schools call saying they did whatever they did bad in school, and you pick up the other kid first. You're gonna talk to the other kid. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then later on you pick up the other one, because you talked to the other one already, you're not gonna say the same thing to the other one. You're gonna talk to the other one more directly. So my point I want you to make is, like, I felt like because he was talking to these particular men in general, he didn't bring the women side of the field, and they probably felt that, you know, he was being too harsh on them, like how you just said, like, yo, like, nah, bro, like, I don't think that's I feel like they felt like that wasn't just the solution to things, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, like, yo, they still work hard to get whatever they wanted and stuff like that. So it's like, you know, it's a conversation.
Again, it's like, if you think it's an issue, then that's your you know, that's for you to deal with. And I think like Umar, or people who are on YouTube, podcasts and different personalities, they know what they're doing. They're creating polarizing content. They're trying to create something for that, shock value. Yeah, that creates a discussion, and it's smart, it's intelligent, but it's like, what I mean is the approach to how they gain viewers is smart and intelligent, but the narrative they're creating is like,
is it really that?
Yeah.
Is it really that?
How are you?
I do. So what about yourself? Do you when you choose the women or the mate that you want to be around or be with, are you liking more the feminine side, whatever that means to you,
sure,
or you don't really care? You've been with somebody who's more aggressive than you and stuff like that. Like, what is it for you?
No, so for me, I'm drawn to a woman who it leans more towards the feminine side, who challenges me, mm-hmm. who can hold their own, mm-hmm. right? Who is intelligent, who is confident. Like, these are all qualities I look for in a woman, because I want someone who can match me or be better than me.
So, in most cases. And I see, and that's why, to the conversation that they were having, I felt like the majority of men is going to want a feminine woman. The catch, what I feel that a lot of female who think they're not feminine, or they're not in that feminine light, I think that what they're not understanding is that we're not saying to be a pushover on top of that. Okay, go ahead.
We all have masculine and feminine energy in us.
Valid.
So it's not about, I hope there's not a like combining of feminine versus submissive. Like, being feminine doesn't mean you're submissive.
No, it doesn't. I felt okay. So for example, let's give an example of what we can be talking about. So let's say,
usually if a man wants a submissive,
a common argument, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whatever the situation is, it don't matter. I feel like a lot of times it doesn't matter how many times, for the most, you had a conversation with your mate. At the end of the day, nobody wants you to degrade them or talk or call them names. There's times that you get a woman that calling you all type of names, or even putting their hands on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you're forcing it. You're going too far. You know what I'm saying? That's not femme. That's wild. Like, you're doing too much.
I feel like there are feminine women who do that.
I disagree.
What?
I disagree. I feel like if you're really in your feminine ways, you're not gonna put your hands and talk to me in so crazy way. I disagree. I think that's when.
To me, that's more of a mental issue. Not a femininity.
So explain that to me, so I could have a clarity or understanding. So
if you're raising your hand to a person and being degrading them and being disrespectful, as I would call it, mm-hmm. either you're insecure about something, mm-hmm. or that is what you've seen, and that is what you know growing up, and that's what you think is solving a problem.
Okay.
And to me, that's all mental. Like, that's all ingrained in the mental and in the limbic brain trauma, right? So I don't think that has anything to do with your feminine, like your the way you present, right? Your femininity.
So this is why I could kind of disagree. I feel like, because if you're strong, that's what I said, being strongly into that feminine side, you're not gonna think to do that. It could be a mental thing, but at the end of the day, and that's why you got to be strong on it, because you're not gonna think to do that. You're gonna think to find ways to be more nurturing.
So being a masculine man, do you degrade your women and hit them and beat on them?
If we're having sex, you ask the question. You asked the question.
A wild boy.
You asked the question.
He's a wild boy. You're a wild.
In
boy.
a way, you're trying to ask me. No, I don't beat or hit women.
That doesn't make you masculine.
No,
That's
that
what I'm
doesn't.
saying.
But that's no. I don't think that's true. I don't think that. I think that no. That's what I'm saying. There's still levels of things. So like, yes, if I did that, I'm still being I'm being too masculine now. Because I know my strength of what I can do. So now I'm overstepping my masculinity in doing that. So yes.
I still think it's a mental thing.
I think it's both. If we want to talk about it, it's still both. Because at the end of the day, the reason why I can't even say no, it's not a mental thing. I have to say I agree, because a lot of things that we do is mental. At the end of the day, your mind's telling you to do it. So it's just like, okay, you're right. But if we're talking about the feminine side of things, we spoke about feminine for the most is being nurturing. So again, I don't think a lot of women that are not gonna nurture the situation. You're being too masculine then. You're doing too much that we don't like. You're overstepping that boundary and making and doing too much on that end. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so then for the men who have that happen, for women who do that to men, are those men too feminine?
They could be. They could be. That's not. I don't think that it doesn't matter if they are or not. I don't think it matters if they are or not, but they could be.
Well, it does matter if they are or not.
No, because how a other person is shouldn't define how you're acting. Overall, what I eat don't make you shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something different.
To me, I just look at this whole conversation as I don't think being masculine or feminine. I don't think there's such like. Maybe there's such a thing as being too masculine, too feminine. Everyone has their own way of being, right? If someone is degrading someone and beating on them and being aggressive towards them, they are mentally making that decision.
So let's ask you one more time. So to you again, what is a feminine woman? What traits does she have?
I think it's your spirit.
So your spirit is more.
It's your spirit combined with like what you've been conditioned to believe over time, right?
Okay, and then what is a masculine man?
Oh, what is a feminine woman? What is a masculine man?
Yeah.
So a feminine woman, I think, is a woman that is in tune with being nurturing. A woman that. It's just a vibe.
I was about to say, I shouldn't even say it like that. Let me not say man. Let me not say man or woman. What is feminine? What's being masculine? That's really what I'm trying to ask.
It's a spiritual thing.
So you feel it's a spiritual thing?
That's why they say like the divine feminine, divinity. It to me is spiritual. It's just your spirit, your aura.
Okay, so when you're strong with that aura, man or female, whatever it is, once you're strong with that aura of understanding the nature of staying in that component. I feel that if you stay in that, you're not gonna do certain things. You're not gonna make yourself do things. You're not gonna throw a tantrum. You're not gonna throw things or hit people or stuff like that. You're staying in that aura of where you said feminine is. That's why I feel like it's still the same thing.
If a woman keys your car,
is she still feminine in that moment?
Yeah, she could be.
In that moment?
Yeah.
So what? So
you could have.
What do you call that then?
Upset.
That's it.
She's pissed.
So that's it.
And she's learned to handle situations by taking out her anger on something of yours.
But you just said, right? If I'm understanding, you just said that if you are in key with spiritually being in key with your spirituality, then you shouldn't move in that light.
But mentally, a decision has been made
for you not to move in that light.
Mentally,
for you not to move in that light. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know if
we have a solution to this one.
I don't think it's a solution first. I'm sure because first we was trying to find a solution, but obviously we don't really know what's feminine, what's
I don't know for sure.
I guess
I just know what I feel it to be. Is it's spirituality, like a divine thing.
So me personally, I agree with you, but I guess where we see different in a sense of way is that I still think that going back to spiritually, if you believe, people who believe in the Bible, they don't curse. For example, they don't curse. They go to church, But once they do things that's not upstanding to what the word is, you're moving like a heathen. That's what they would say. So that's the reason I'm looking at it like that. Like, okay, so if you're not staying in your femininity from what we say in your spiritual room, and you come out of that room, you're doing anything but that. So that's why I'm like, no, you're not being feminine. At that moment, you're not being feminine. You're not gonna show me that. You're gonna feminine staying eloquent to what we think that is.
Where are you on the? If this is a balance of femininity and masculinity, right? And this is femininity on this side and masculinity on this side. Where are you on the scale
of me? Like, how am I man? Like, me as a man, like, am I more feminine or more?
Which way do you lean towards? Yeah,
I lean naturally. I would think I lean more in the masculine format.
Okay, how much percent? What percentage towards masculinity, which is 100%?
So if we're gonna talk about, so I'm gonna go into your room of thinking, because I was raised by a lot of women. I don't think my masculinity is 100%. I will look at it as like a 75, 70%.
75, 70.
Because I think for the women a lot of the time, for example, a lot of masculine men, I believe, right? My belief, I could be wrong. That's why we're talking about it. Going back to the situation that I said, if a masculine man that finds himself with a woman that's about to abuse on him, naturally, a masculine man is not gonna let a woman touch him. I'm not saying he's gonna hit her back too, but he's gonna find a way to restrain her right away or do something or show some type of masculinity to stop what's going on. Us men, that's more on the vibe that what we're talking about. I don't want to say more feminine because it sounds weird now, but lean to that side or whatever. It just sounds crazy to me, bro.
Honestly, we should shoot for being right in the middle.
That's valid. But so I guess, yeah. So because of that or whatever, not whatever, but because of that, I think we're in that situation. We're more of like trying to shelter or we're gonna walk away when it's like that's a feminine trait. Because that's what we want females to do. So that's why, hey, man. sometimes it's just to each your own, man.
Me on the scale, I'm probably like 25% in the masculine.
25%?
Yeah.
In the masculine.
Yeah,
that sounds. See,
so let me explain.
Before you explain,
no, I need to explain. So, feminine goes. All right. So you got the middle.
Yep.
And you go 100% masculine or 100% feminine.
Valid.
So I see myself being
trying to be in the middle.
25% masculine. I'm right here.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, so
very close to the middle.
So so that's what I was about to say. I was gonna say I was gonna say, excuse me. I feel like depending on who you want to be, right? Depending on who you want to be, that sounds good. Because we just agreed on it's actually should be best to be in the middle, which that's what it seems that you are then. But thinking about it as a man, it's like, yo, you bugging. Like, bro, 25%? That sounds crazy. But
I'm cool with it because it's not as bad as you think. Like, because it could.
I don't think it's bad, by the way. I don't think it's bad, by the way. I just think
it could
because of society, it sounds crazy.
It could be 25% in the feminine.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
That, yeah, saying that sounds wild. I'm just saying, bro. It sounds wild, bro.
So it's a spectrum, but I really aim to be balanced in my life. Hence the name Beige.
Yeah, where did the name come from? Because you put the warrior behind it as well.
Yeah.
Pause.
Interesting story. So I was how was I? Maybe 20, 21
Mm-hmm.
in college. I went to FIU.
FIU.
Go Panthers.
Yes, sir.
I'm a UM sports fan though.
You at UM?
Sports fan.
I'll be honest with you. That's the only Florida team I will support.
Yeah.
UM.
Wait, wow, you wild, not the Heat?
Fuck no. Fuck no.
You upset what we did to your Knicks? Are you a Knicks?
Hell no, nigga.
Who you like?
Boston.
You upset what
What's
we
up?
did?
What's up? What's up? We can talk about that too. What's up?
He don't like that shit.
What's up? We can talk about it too.
We'll get to it.
Well, what just mean I don't like that
It's not
shit?
much to talk about,
It's not.
honestly.
It's a lot we could talk about.
There's not
Don't do that.
There's not much.
Don't do that. Y'all was shitting bricks. Don't do that.
Of course.
Don't do
But we
that.
won, so that's what matters.
Okay, I was about to say, yeah, that's all that matters. I give you,
So-
and that's the part I give y'all. Go ahead. Again, don't do that. We can talk about it.
So, 20 years old in college, I was part of an organization called CSA, Caribbean Student Association at FIU.
Okay, I was like, what the fuck is that?
We had if not the largest, maybe like top 2, top 3, the largest CSA student body in the state. And we would have banquets. I was on the board. We would have banquets, and I would dress up in like these Oriental garments, silk. You know what I'm saying? And I had this homie Dante Proctor Mills, and I remember walking up to one of the banquets, like the doors, coming up in my silk, and he was like, "If it isn't the Beigewarrior," and I said,
That
"I like
clicked.
that shit."
It clicked. It clicked. He was like, hold up.
And around that time, you know, you were picking our IG handles and our Twitter handles. And so
it clicked. He was like,
it
hold up.
just stuck.
That was it right there.
But then get this. So years later, my mom starts finally getting the hang of social media, and she starts to see that, oh, Beige Warriors is like my name for the handles. And she goes, Beige, where did you get Beige from? And I said, you know, my friend called it. She goes, you know, your great grandmother told me to name you that before you were born, but your dad wouldn't. And he called, you know, I won't say what they called me instead, but
No, I want to hear what he called you.
oh, my name.
Oh, okay,
my
okay,
document
okay,
name.
okay.
Which I like that name too. It's actually a great name.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say it though. I want to make the
No
mystery.
pressure. No pressure.
You probably know it already.
At this moment, I don't.
Okay. Well, beige was the name that my great grandmother gave me. So for me, it represents balance, right? It's a neutral color. And in all ways, I'm also a Gemini. Very much like duality, balance, right? In all ways, that represents who I am. So that's why it's very important to me to go by it. And people think it's skin color, but it's actually that's the reason. And so just going back to the masculine and feminine, like I strive to be balanced in all ways. At all times. That's my goal, is to maintain balance in life.
No, I totally agree with you. Even though, like I said, it sounds crazy saying what we're saying, but at the end of the day, I do believe like we should have balance. That's what the yin and the yang's all about.
Right.
I mean, balance. So I agree. I agree on that. Like I said, it just sounds crazy though. Like you feminine on the side, bro. You wild, bro. You talking about, I'm a wild boy. You a wild boy.
Boy up north is funny, boy.
Hey yo, shout out to my people up north. Gang gang. Even though we ain't gang gang, that 50 said. Yeah, you gotta be careful with that. I ain't trying to hey, listen, you can't be claiming sets out here because they hit you with the Rico
Bro,
nowadays.
50 Cent is one of my most favorite.
That's my god.
Like, I have so much respect. I would love to meet 50 Cent.
I would. Yeah, me too.
There's a few people I would love to meet. 50 Cent is one of them.
Who's another one? Name a couple. Name
50
a couple.
Cent.
50.
There's another one. I don't know why I can't think of it at the
I
top
want
of
to
my
meet
head. Andre 3000.
I want to meet Oprah.
Okay.
I have questions for Oprah.
Tell me a question. What's the question you have?
The first question I want to ask Oprah is, how does she keep her hair so bouncy? Because that's her real hair. Did you see Oprah hair, bro? That shit lit. Hey, I'm just saying, Oprah hair lit. That'll be the first question I ask Oprah. Like, how does she keep her hair bouncy? What does she do to
That's actually a great first question.
You fuck with it, right?
Even if that was your only question, that'd be
a great. You know what I mean? I love to answer that.
She would probably want to speak to you again.
I hope so, because that's what I want to know. I want to know that.
I actually think questions like that are really what set you apart when meeting someone. I think when people go up, like if you were to meet me for the first time, be like, well, what's your name? So what do you do? I'll probably write you off.
Valid.
You know, I'll probably just be like, I don't really care to have this conversation.
Excuse me, baby girl. I know you with your friends. I ain't trying to waste your time. I don't mean to be so rude. You know you looking good, like a snack I wanna bite. When I take you home tonight, I'ma make you feel alright.
It's the beige one.
I don't mean to be so rude. Baby, take a chance. There's no need to be that shy.
Look, I could read you like a book. That's why I caught your eyes like a fish to a hook. A snook, slippery, you getting me shook. But I'm strong on your line till my prize get took. Ooh, and we could head somewhere nice. I put the paint on nice. You take me on flights. I got the reins on vice. Put it on my kids. I got.
But if you were to walk up to me and say, yo, how you get your hair so bouncy? We could talk. Let's talk.
Hey man, hopefully I'm doing it wrong. I guess hopefully she feels the same
character.
way. Because I would definitely ask Oprah. I'm serious. Did you see her hair though? Like
that shit's crazy.
She like one. Okay, no offense to a lot of us black women. You know what I mean? If I fuck with y'all, but a lot of them, you know what I mean? They be wearing extensions and the weave on the extra shit. Yeah. That's her real hair looking like that.
That's
like yo, that's I want to know.
You ever seen the Berenstain Bears? Is it the Berenstain
yeah,
Bears?
I think
or
so.
No. You know,
Which
her
one?
hair remind me of DW from Arthur.
Ain't
it? Didn't DW have her hair something like that?
A little bit, yeah, you did. Like, okay.
I didn't watch Arthur. That visual
I didn't watch Arthur a lot, but I know where you're going with that. I can see why you say that. Yo, I didn't like DW.
What?
I didn't really like DW like that.
Why not?
I don't know. I just felt she wasn't. I don't know. I just didn't like her like that.
Did she remind you of someone?
I don't know. I just didn't like her like that. I mean, I didn't really fuck with Arthur like that in general.
You know, tell me something. So last night I had a situation where I'm such a considerate guy. Last night I had a situation where there's these two beautiful women who were kind of showing attention to me and a homie of mine. And we're trying to figure out who we going for, right?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
That's why I say I'm a considerate guy. So I speak to him. Like I like to talk out a game plan because I got respect for people and like I guess I'm not that pressed. So I'm okay to let something go.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And maybe it's just like that I'm a giver.
Okay.
To a fault sometimes. But anyway, I'm talking to him, so I'm like, which one you vibing more? He's like, I like this one. It's the same one that I like.
Valid.
But I said, all right, he got the digits already. So he's already like in.
Okay, so he's already working it. Okay.
And as the night goes on, I start to see she kind of vibing me.
Valid.
But I didn't really push, you know? I just kind of like, all right. And I told him at the end, I said, bro, I think this one vibing me more and the other one is like moving towards you a little more. He goes, why you say that? I was like, I don't know, it's just what I observed. But he's like, nah, I think she still vibing me. So I said, all right. And the funniest shit happened, bro. At the end of the night, he left. At the end of the night, I go outside and she talking to an old
nigga. Yeah. So okay, so this is what I'm gonna tell you. The reason I said don't do that is because of what just happened. I believe in letting them choose. That's the first thing. Yeah. I do agree with you. Let's have a game plan. Let's just see what's going on with us in turn. We're friends. Yeah. So I'm like, hey, which one you feel is the case? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If we are feeling the same girl, now I know like, okay, I'm gonna play it off a little bit. Like how you did. I think you was right. I would do the same thing too.
I usually play off.
I do say, you know what I'm saying? I play off, especially if I see that somebody, you know what I mean, you're interested in
unless
somebody.
I'm really
got it like that.
If I'm really like, yo, I remember. Anyway, go ahead, finish.
I was gonna say the same thing too, but my point what I was going to was like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, because we're friends, so I mean, I want to be on the same page at least when we going in, like what's going on. So if I feel like you feeling her, and I'm like, and I'm not crazy about it neither, then fine, you could pick her. I'm gonna see what's going on, but I'm not gonna lie to you. After before the huddle breaks, I'm like, but yo, if I see that she's feeling me though, like just know I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm a shooter, my nigga. Like, like just know, like I'm shooting back, my nigga, because obviously we're looking at the same Joan. You know what I'm saying? Like, let her choose though. Yeah, that's how I look at it. Let her choose.
That I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
I get that.
Because we're the hunties anyways.
I get that.
You know what I mean?
You know, yes, but I'm the type of person, it's very weird. I feel like I've always been this way. I'm the type of person that I want to see how much she's into me.
That's a good quality though. I'm not gonna care.
I want to see how much she's into me, because if she's showing that she's really into me and I share that feeling, then I know it's a lot.
How can you see that she's into you? Because I feel like that's the key right there.
Gestures. It's a vibe, really. Gestures, the way she look, eye contact. Like if I find we making certain eye contact, and she give a smile, or it's like a force that pulls you can't deny.
I'll be honest with you. I think you just batting for like. That's light skin shit. Something like that. I don't know, because I'm gonna be honest on my behalf. You know what I'm saying? I've gotten both. I've gotten the whole eye looking, or the vibe. And like I said, I'm a shooter. I don't give a fuck. Make it, I make it. I don't, I don't. So I'm a shoot, and I shoot and I make it. And there's times that I shoot and I'm like,
I'm in. Yeah. And you live with it.
Of course. But the point I'm trying to make is like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I feel like that's kind of lit for you, because like I said, when niggas do shoot, or guys, a lot of times guys, it's hard to talk about this because it's like there are some guys that don't know how to read signs. Let's just say that first. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But at the same time, it's like when you think you're reading a sign and you're like, man, she's feeling me, you end up figuring out like this bitch just nice as fuck.
Yeah. But there's a certain tension. There's a certain tension that and I think. Okay. So this is how I solidify it, right? Mm-hmm. So it could have been that she was just being nice. It could have also been that she was just open for whoever really wanted to go her way, right?
Who's the best contender here that we fighting for me?
Exactly,
because I'm the prize.
And there was and there was someone that stepped up to the plate. But like, I'm okay with not winning that one, because you ain't show me enough that you really.
And that's why I respect that, right? Because it makes you not look crazy. I'm, on the other hand, I look crazy. It is what it is,
and that's fine. And that's fine, cool. Because you're gonna uncover eventually. You're gonna uncover the one that is for you, and that's fine. Me, I may never know. I may never know. I may never see her.
I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with that because I'm not pressed.
I respect that.
But what I'm saying about telling the signs, there's a tension, right? And if I feel that tension, then I know now I'm gonna really let you know
it's
what I'm feeling. Yeah.
Have you ever done that and you was wrong though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Early on, okay. Yeah.
But now you're just batting for 1,000. I mean,
experience trumps all, bro.
Don't make it trying to sound all nice. Now you said early on, so are you batting for 1,000? That's the answer. Yes or no?
Yeah.
What's wrong with saying yes? Be a little cocky with it. Like, yeah, nigga, I got it.
As I said, experience trumps all. I got experience.
It just that Shakespeare shit be going over my head sometimes, bro. Come on. Fuck.
That's why when I be spitting lines at SP, he don't catch them all.
Nah, I'm catching. I'm just fucking with you. You gotta have a little. You know what I mean? Be a little bit like this for the viewers and shit. I get you, dog. Nigga, get some more water. Or get something to drink, bro. Stop. They're saying He's drinking shit. Ain't nothing in there,
I'm not gonna
guys.
lie. I did
It's the
fake
second
that
time.
shit. No. That was the first one.
It's the first one.
That was the first one.
All right,
I did fake it.
Like fuck that shit. Go off the grade real quick. I hear you, but I'm not allowing you to do that. I'm not allowing you to push. Bad. Yeah, don't do that. Cause I was kind of wild right there. This nigga Chinese.
I did fake it. Not gonna lie to you. Honestly, I'm happy you caught me.
Wasn't gonna allow you to Chinese drink the soup out of the cup. Nigga said, like, nah, bro, but that wasn't it. Go get some water, bro. We got you, dog. We ain't gonna do that to you. Oh snap. Yeah. So let's go back to a little bit to what we were talking about. So, because I would ask Oprah that. Who else would you talk to or ask question? Who you want to meet again?
Yeah, man. Dang. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank right now, but there are a few people. Oh, you know who I would love to meet? Seth Godin.
Who?
Seth Godin.
Like Ryan and them?
Nah, he's a marketing game changer, I'll say.
Okay. Well,
he's someone who I learn a lot about where we are as a society in terms of branding, marketing, but leadership, right? He's done a lot of work that we may not even know that it was him who did it, but he's an older guy, and he started off like right around when the internet started taking off. Okay. Like early 90s. Actually, maybe even earlier.
I was about to say earlier than that, yeah.
Right,
yeah.
80s. With like Yahoo and companies like
that.
Well,
you talking about that type of internet? Or I'm sorry, you said internet. I thought computers instead of internet when you said that. If you're talking about internet, then no, you're correct. 80s, it was 90s, 90s. It was 90s.
And anyway,
it sounds crazy, right?
Yeah.
That's not okay. That's not like that. It's not that long ago. If you really pay attention,
it's not. I mean, the concept of the universe,
it's not that long ago.
But it is. But it's not.
It really isn't that long ago. I'm being honest.
The kids will say otherwise.
Yeah, like I
just them, be like, "You old."
You know what I tell them now?
What?
You young. Fuck out my face.
Be like, you don't know shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like I be it's funny because I said it my last podcast. I was just like, which is not a podcast. I was like, yo. He was saying something. He was saying the same thing. I was just like, yeah, and I told him the same thing. Like, nigga, you young, nigga, get the fuck out my face. Like, you ain't gonna try to let me look crazy because I'm older than you, nigga. Fuck out of here.
Our parents were telling us, and all old heads were telling us.
I never said that to them because I already thought that way. Like, I thought, like, no, why would I? I never said that to them. I never even in music, I never thought, oh, because you're old and you wash. I never thought that.
That's true.
So that's why I don't understand why they think that way. And what bothers me that they think that way is not the fact that they say to us, it's the fact that, nigga, you might get old too. So it was like, or aren't we all trying to be old? So it was like, what are we talking about? Like, why I think that way?
Okay, so I can, maybe at some point I've said you're old, right? But like, I don't think I did it all the time and did it in a way where I didn't respect a person being old or I didn't value it.
Okay,
it was more so like I still thought whatever the young stuff was cool.
Nah, I didn't think of that. Because I was always.
But I also thought old stuff was cool too. Like the old. My dad would play old school music.
I loved
and whatnot. I definitely loved it.
Loved it. Play some Barry White with me, bro. Yes.
Ooh, Barry White out the Bose sound system.
What?
Like, yeah.
Please play some.
I think that's why I'm so smooth.
Nah, you is a smooth ass young individual.
King Combs? Barry White.
King Combs?
You too, bro.
King Combs?
What you mean King Combs?
King Combs.
Talking about Diddy's son?
No.
Talking about actually Diddy?
No.
King Combs.
Maybe I'm saying his name wrong then, but something around that lines.
Nat King Cole?
Yes, there you go. Okay. Thank you. See, I knew it was around that line.
Nat King Cole. Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Actually, speaking of Diddy's son, did you know when I was 13 years old, my mom used to work at Diddy's house? And Diddy offered her to manage his house, his estate. I spent the night, I was at a New Year's party at Diddy's house.
Is it true or not? That's all I want to know.
It's true.
No, not what you're telling me. Is he gay or not? Do you? I know.
Oh, I don't know.
All right.
I don't pay attention.
It doesn't matter. I just want to know.
I don't know.
Just want to know. So I be trying to tell people that a lot of shit don't matter, but niggas just want to know though.
I don't know.
Doesn't change anything for the most. I just want to know.
If I met him, I probably wouldn't ask him.
No, if I met him, I wouldn't ask him that. I will ask him. What would
I did meet him, but if I met with him again,
what would you ask Diddy if you met him?
I did meet him.
So what'd you ask him?
I don't remember. I was legit. I was like 12.
So what would you ask him?
We were talking about the Orange Bowl. I remember that.
Wow.
Because he was on his way to the Orange Bowl.
Damn, what would I ask Diddy if I saw him?
He was asking about me, and I was just answering questions. But I was vibing with his kids, man. Like, we would play football in the backyard. It was cool. I was there for maybe like a night or two. I spent a night. Quincy, Christian, Justin. We played football, and it was cool. But I'm trying to think if there's one thing I like really remember. I really just remember playing football with them. Yeah.
Do you? Okay, so when you were young, do you remember the gifts that you got?
Like presents?
Yeah, like at least for your birthday type shit. Do you remember your birthday presents?
I have a different perspective on birthdays. Like birthdays, I'm not very. I don't value birthdays as much as I don't think I ever really valued birthdays a whole lot, or holidays, or like, to me it was cool. It was cool to be around family and to do that. But I think at some point I just started to view every day as
a gift,
as a gift. But
go ahead.
But if there are presents that I got growing up, I do remember NSYNC. I got the NSYNC album for like.
Yo.
It might have been my 9th birthday. That was a fire album, bro.
Yo, shut the fuck up,
bro. If you're from Miami, you remember GameWorks at Sunset Place?
So let me ask you. Wait.
It was at GameWorks, and I got the NSYNC album.
So you were Team NSYNC or you was Team Backstreet Boys?
Nah, I like both of them. I wasn't a team.
Okay.
I like both of them. They both had good songs.
No, I agree. I just felt kind of.
I feel like that was a trap question.
I just felt it wasn't a trap question. I just felt that. I mean, it probably was because I just felt it was kind of funny.
You try to see if I supported one or the other.
No, you definitely supported one. Obviously, you got the fucking sing.
No, I didn't. It was a gift. It was a gift. I liked the album, but I wasn't like
you jammed it.
Bye. You know, like.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't get this shit, but I definitely was bye. I'm not gonna cap. That's why I said I hear you, but I'm not getting the album though. Like, what the fuck?
Backstreet Boys, I think, had more hits.
I like them, man. I ain't gonna lie. I like them. I fuck with this shit, man.
Is this the feeling of being lonely? I don't know the rest of the song.
I fuck with that.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a.
Yeah, that was my shit.
And I was singing that shit.
And I got a TY Beanie Baby that year too.
What the hell is that?
You don't remember the TY Beanie Babies?
TY. I know what Beanie Babies, but what the hell is TY?
The company was TY.
Oh, see, so what I'm saying? That's that shit that's that high sophisticated.
These kids don't know about TY Beanie Babies, bro.
What about the little Gadget Pet shit? Gigapet. Oh, that shit was crazy. I never had one, but the girls had them shits, and I was always fucking them up. Yeah. You made them die.
Yeah, me too. I used to kill them. Gigapet,
Tamagotchis. You did Pokemons and all that shit?
Oh yeah, but I was the biggest probably Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, so you could do that. Was after though, man.
Yeah, it was a little after. I was into Pokemon too, but like as far as cards, I collected a lot of Pokemon, but Yu-Gi-Oh was the one I was heaviest into. I would like go to tournaments and play, and
so I didn't do the I stopped at Pokemon, but the Pokemon shit, I was the kid that was selling it to you.
Yu-Gi-Oh, oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, I was stealing it too though.
I didn't really buy. Oh, you were stealing them.
I was stealing from anybody. Like if I would steal from you and sell it to you.
Wow.
I would steal it from Walmart and sell it to you.
Have you ever stole something from me?
No.
Okay, I'm just.
No, nigga, I didn't know you back then, nigga.
I'm talking about recent.
I'm not a thief now.
I need to know if this is a consistent
I'm not
pattern.
a thief now. I was a thief.
You be stealing.
I was a thief.
You be stealing people's shit though.
Back then, yes.
Oh,
As a kid, yes.
What made you stop?
I mean, I wasn't stealing people's like I wasn't going to your house and like stealing your shit like that. But I'm saying like if you was at school, if I was a hustle, bro, like it was part of the hustle, kid. Like, oh, these niggas like cooking, yeah. So I'm like, yeah, basically like, oh, you like Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh and all that dumb shit. I think it was kind of stupid, but okay. You want the one that I don't know shit about it, but you want the one that shines?
Yeah.
All right, bet. I'm whoever. Oh, he has one.
Supply
all right.
demand.
He got one. I'm gonna steal that bitch. How much you want for that? I need to buy my shoes.
See where I grew up, in the school I went to, they would steal it just to trade it to somebody else.
See, I wanted my money.
Yeah.
I wanted my money. My cousin, shout out to Jason. He taught me quick about the money game, so I ain't gonna cap. You know what he did? My bad if I don't know if I should be telling the story, but I'm gonna tell it. At least some of it. So, like I said, a long time ago, he probably don't feel bad about it no more. But it's to say he taught me shit. So, and again, he didn't teach me on some like this is what I do. You just watch, bro, and you figure it out. But he was allegedly he was protecting some white kid at this private school. And he would pay this man money, and I'm not talking about little bread. I'm talking about at least hundreds. I know at that time,
pay him for protection.
For protection,
he probably still doing that in his life.
Not
Jason.
now.
I'm talking about the other kid.
Other kids, or paying somebody for protection. Hey man, shout out to that kid. I mean, if you got it, why not? Because I know if I got it, I'll be doing the same thing too. So around that time, we're now in middle school. We're now in middle school. Yeah, paying niggas protection. I remember my cousin came in with a Dreamcast. Dreamcast back then, bro. You know what that shit is?
Yeah, that's wild.
Dreamcast. He had 64. I do all that shit because of him. That's what got me doing that shit. Like, fuck that, man. Gotta get on my grind. Shout out my cousin, man. Got me on my shit. I like it. It's fucked up, but it puts a mentality on your brain to like, yo, you gotta go get it.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I do love. By the way, obviously, as some people know, I'm from Boston. And I will admit, maybe I'm wrong, maybe because I didn't grow up there all my life, but the difference for me, mentally thinking and talking about it, the difference from Boston and here is Boston is tougher, and they don't play certain shit, but down here, y'all don't play about your hustle. The hustle is real down here. You gotta figure it out, nigga. Ain't no playing around. Figure it out because you will get got.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and that's what I fuck with down here. That's what gave me my push down here to do what I gotta do. Yeah, I feel like different places teach you stuff. I was my mom's from Panama, so I lived in I don't want to call it a third world country, but you know I live in.
You've always given me Hispanic vibes.
Yeah, I'm Spanish. Yeah, I'm Spanish. Shout out to my Spanish people. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like that's side note. I feel like that's somebody might get mad at me for saying this. It is what it is. I feel like if I'm gonna take, I'm not saying, I don't know how to word it because it's gonna sound crazy regardless. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that I haven't dated a Spanish girl in a while, and I feel like I need to do that,
bro. I haven't even really dealt with a Spanish woman since like college.
Since like middle school.
I think there's only been like 3. It's really hard to remember, honestly. It's like it's hard to remember everyone, but it's probably like 3. I'll throw one in as like a contingent, like a insurance, but there's probably only like 3 or 4 Hispanic women I've ever dealt with in my life.
A true Spanish woman, I only dealt with them in middle school. I was getting mad Spanish motherfuckers in middle school.
Yeah, middle school was my first one. I actually got peer pressured into that relationship.
You sleep. Yeah, they would do that.
It was her and her friends. Yeah.
They would do that. Yep.
She was taller than me.
Yep.
It didn't last long though.
Nah, eventually but you liked it low key.
Not even.
Stop it. You liked it low key.
Nah, bro. She started taking my time that I used to spend playing ball in the morning. Gotta go. If you ain't cool with me playing my ball, hell no. I love running my 4-on-4, my pickup.
You know what's funny about that? I was the kids that was doing that too. I was playing in the morning, and then I got too sedity on niggas. I was like, yeah, it was too early to be smelling like this and trying to clean up myself. I was like, I'm tripping. Y'all tripping.
I
Y'all
used
can
to go
have
to the
it.
bathroom, give a little.
Yeah, I did too, but it got annoying. I mean, especially when you trying to be Fuego, man. I'm clean looking. I'm trying to be that nigga now, nigga. Catch me. If you got my PE, catch me then or catch me after school.
That's SP.
You know what I mean? That was me now. After that, nigga, I'm a fly nigga now. Nigga. Fuck all that shit.
You
Nigga,
remember wearing the basketball shorts underneath the jeans?
Hell yeah, you had to do that. If you wasn't doing that, you're not a real basketball. You're not a hooper. Can't even say you gotta say hooper. You're not a hooper. Nah, you're not a hooper.
I might have did that all the way through high school.
I want to say I definitely did it all the way.
And even some college, maybe.
I didn't. Nah, I stopped and I
might have
stopped.
did it some college.
I want to say I stopped maybe my senior year in high school. I stopped that shit. Cause like I said, after a while, nigga, I'm like, bro, like I got activities now. Like it's a time to do that.
Yeah.
Nigga. Fuck all that, nigga. Like I'm looking Fuego. I got things going on. You know what I mean, the girl's trying to talk to me real quick. I can't. You know what I mean, I gotta smell good. You know what I mean. And I don't got time to be talking to you. Go and play ball with y'all niggas, nigga. Fuck all that shit. So holla at me after school, bro. Shorty trying to talk to me real quick.
You know, this whole podcast, it's impressive.
It's not a podcast. I'm listening though.
I forgot.
Call it everything but that. Call it anything but that. It's not a podcast.
So
but
we haven't even touched on music. That's impressive.
That's what I be trying to tell people. Like, listen, like this is not something that I'm here trying to like. So how is this and that? It's like, nah, bro. We just here having a conversation, bro. You know what I'm saying? We just vibing, having a conversation. What's on your mind? What's going on? Hey, I looked at this up. What's going? How you feel about that? That's all it really is, bro.
Would you wear those? The big boot?
That red shit? Fuck no.
Did you see Crocs did a collab with him?
No, I did not. They did for real?
It's a big boot.
You gotta send me that shit.
It's a big boot with holes on it.
Fuck no. I'll be honest with you.
And a strap.
As much as I just spoke about Kanye and how much I fuck with him, I don't like some of his shoes. I don't like some of those shoes.
I've never owned a pair of Kanye's.
I don't like some of them shits.
I will say this. I'm the reason why Crocs are popular.
You're the reason.
I'm the reason.
That makes sense.
When I was in college,
okay,
I used to wear Crocs all the time. Bro, everybody used to rank me on about my Crocs. And I'm the type of person I really don't care.
Get about it. That's the one thing I see about you.
So I would wear my Crocs and be like, why you wearing them ugly ass shoes? I'd be like, they're comfortable. I like them. Right? And nobody would wear them. Right? Bro, look at Crocs now.
Did you see the origin of that though? Of what the internet saying? I guess I would say. So Crocs. There was I'm gonna say indie. Maybe I'm saying a little bit wrong, but there was an indie movie that was coming out and it was about society, and it was about like weird shit in society, like how people act and how people follow people and stuff like that. And I believe, and I know I'm paraphrasing, I'm saying some things wrong a little bit, but the point overall was that in the parody of what was going on, they wanted the certain characters or the people. They was doing certain things and they wanted a shoe to they wanted like one of the ugliest shoes to wear, so it shows like the irony of like what's going on in the movie. In other words, like why people wear those but everybody's following the trend or whatever, basically type of shit. And allegedly in the movie, the shoes that they decided to wear, it was Crocs. And this is way before Crocs was popping. So they wore the Crocs, and now fast forward, everybody's wearing Crocs.
It's the same concept. Am I the sole reason why Crocs are popular? No, but I stand by that.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because it takes certain people to stand by decisions that they make, even though it's not popular opinion. Mm-hmm. And those people are the ones who will set the trends.
Valid.
Because people will eventually come around. That's how all trends actually grow. It starts with a core group of people who are risk takers and who are willing to put themselves out there and be ahead of the curve. Like they're the edgy people, right? That's the beginning of the curve. And then it takes the adopters to take what was done and continue it, and then eventually gets to mass population.
What makes you so much of a What makes you so dedicated to do that? By the way, like you're good at that, like not giving a fuck about what nobody says and all that extra stuff.
Well, I think so. In actuality, I do care about what a lot of people say. Like I am very much someone who cares about what people think of me, but not in like fashion for some reason. Fashion, I don't care. I think it's because that's one of my ways of how I express myself, where I feel very comfortable and I know that whatever I'm putting on, like I look good or I feel good in it, even if someone doesn't think so. But I'm actually very much about functionality. So things that I wear has to be functional first, stylish second.
Okay.
And Crocs were very functional for me.
Yeah, that was it. Felt comfortable, nigga. Fuck all that.
Right.
I agree with you on that, because I on the part of like I don't really give a fuck what nobody says about me, or I don't want to say care. I don't really give a fuck what people like portray me as overall. But it's to an extent at the end of the day, though, because you have feelings, my nigga. Like, yeah, like nigga, you got feelings, though, right? What the fuck?
I do care, just not fashion.
Yeah. I just don't like when people be acting like they don't give a fuck what nobody says about them. I'd be like, yo, stop it, bro. You care a little bit, bro. Because I feel you one nigga. I don't really give a fuck, but it's like,
if you don't care, you probably don't have emotions. You're probably like numb.
That's not good.
Yeah.
That's not good.
I definitely care.
You care.
Especially, with my art, I'm someone that's big on closure, and I know the conversation about like people don't owe you closure, like women don't owe you closure. You ever heard that?
No, because I never thought about it.
Well, closure is big for me, and
Okay.
I remember at one point there was a dialogue or a conversation about how women don't owe men closure when they reject them. Like no is no, right? But closure is very big, was something that was very big for me, and I had to learn to kind of get out of that.
Which you wanted closure from women?
I always wanted to know what were my actions that led to you not like being upset with me or being right. I had to get out of it, but at one point in my life, I was very much like that. I had to get out of it because it was going to take a toll on me if I continued to feel that I was a problem. I'm the problem, or I'm. Oh,
you went to close because you felt like that, or you thought that?
I felt that.
That you felt like he was a problem.
Yeah, I felt like I contributed to the reason why this isn't working between us.
It's what's crazy about that. I never really fully for the most felt like that. And everything. Well, we're talking about relationships right now. So in relationships, I never truly felt that, because I always tried to do the right things at the end of the day. So, like I said, communication is key. So if it's like, even if for example, let's just say like I'm acting a certain way that my significant other felt that I'm not supposed to be carrying myself. I always felt like, yo, even if we don't last, like it's not my fault, because that's who I am. I'm showing you who I am. I'm being this person. If it doesn't align, then it's cool, because we're not meant to be. I never felt like, oh, it's my fault it didn't work.
I did.
Yeah, I never felt that
Until
way.
now.
Until now, though. What changed?
Forgiving myself.
What do you mean?
Well, so that stemmed from my parents splitting early. That stemmed from my dad leaving me at a young age. That stemmed from, a lot of things happened to me when I was young that made me feel like I'm the problem. And I realized through therapy and just self-reflection and whatnot, I realized like I'm not always the problem.
So you felt at one point that your parents' relationship was your fault?
Oh yeah.
Why you felt that?
Because they weren't together no more.
Why?
Because I'm a young kid.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what? I mean, I could understand why. I guess it comes like that, because you have to act. Because
they were fighting over me.
They were fighting over you. Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. I like where they come from. Like, wait a minute, like
custody
what?
battles and
Okay. See, that's what I'm talking about. I don't. That's so tough, bro. Because like I said, I have a child, and I thank the Lord that the mother of my child, she doesn't how I want to put it, she doesn't make me feel like I have to fight for my daughter. Like, it's my daughter at the end of the day as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And one thing I do love that I'm able to, if I say no to something, yeah, for the most it's no. I don't have to. I hate the fact that especially mothers, because again they're. That's why I said y'all be saying me make me look like I'm talking bad about women all the time. Now that you said that, it makes me feel like I am doing that. I'm not trying to do that. It's just the way the conversation goes and what I be seeing, it aligns to that way. So I apologize. But at the end of the day, though, like, again, that's why I feel like women, they be doing stuff like that. It's kind of effed up, because it's like, bro, why you feel that just because the father is not living with you, he has no say so in the child's life.
Right.
That doesn't make no sense to me. Oh, you don't live here. That's like, you ain't paying them. It's like, bro, if listen,
that's why you gotta know who you.
Damn. Message.
That's why you gotta get
message.
That honeymoon phase.
Message. And I don't
even if y'all not gonna be together long term, you gotta know who you're dealing with. Boy.
Message. And that's the most important part. And then on top of that too is the fact of, like, y'all gotta learn how to put something together, like put the core of something together. Because I feel a lot of times as us men, we're not, and that goes back to the masculine thing we're talking about earlier too, is like, you know how to be masculine in that format. Like, learn how to put things together. Like, if you learn how to show women, like, this is what it is, a lot of time, like we said, they will follow that though.
Yeah.
This is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild though. All right, so a couple questions I want to ask you, right? So this is like weird questions of stuff like that on some like women stuff. So meaning like, all you got to do is just, well, actually, no, I'm not going to do that. Let's do the other one. I'm going to say something and you just tell me what the first thing that comes to your mind. All right. So whatever I say, just tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. So for example, if I say love,
yeah,
what's the first thing that comes to your mind if I say love?
Heals all.
Okay. I trust her when
she goes out.
Nice. I'm in love when
I'm accepted.
Don't do me wrong if
don't do me wrong if you don't like how I do you.
What does that mean?
If you don't like something, tell me.
Just don't do me wrong. Just tell me.
Yeah.
Communication. All right. Water. Yeah, you gotta say the first thing that comes to your mind. Say it.
Hey, I feel like the reaction said it all.
I'll let you slide on that one. Pause. Alcohol.
Don't really drink.
Internet is
wild.
I am
cool.
Money is
a tool.
Respect is
paramount.
I like the FCAT word.
SAT.
Sorry. I'm a younger, older generation, so we did the FCAT.
So did I.
I'm just saying we didn't really. I wasn't trying to focus on the SAT. I went to college, but I dropped out. Anyways,
lucky you.
Hey, how? Wait, what?
Student debt cut.
Wait, what?
You have less student debt.
Got it. There you go. And I went off there. I went on taxes too. Y'all paid for my education.
There you go.
Where I was at. I have some of these written in my head. Okay, yeah. Dressing is
perception.
Dressing is perception to you? Nice. Okay.
Like clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you present.
Well,
yourself
actually,
is
no.
everything.
Well. Sorry. I'm saying yeah, because that's how I'm looking at it. But it's whatever you think it is. So
Yeah,
if it's
I
dressing,
think-
it's dressing.
I think it's perception. For a lot of people, how you come off, how you dress, people look at that.
It is
If
perception.
they see you got red bottoms on, they,
You got it like that.
I don't care about red bottoms, but I'm just saying that's an example.
lot
They
of
see a
this-
Rolex, people think they associate it with wealth.
A lot of that designer shit hurt your feet anyways, and they low key ugly.
I found all my designer shit at the thrift store.
You go thrifting?
Oh
We gotta go thrifting one day.
I'm down.
That's where I found this at.
I'm down. That's a clean sweater.
I'm saying.
I'm a big
Listen,
thrifter.
I had to put this on. I mean, pause for you, because you know what I'm saying. You one of those fashion icons. I fucks with you. There's a couple people that I fuck with that are on some fashionable shit. I fucks with y'all. You mean you be on you a wild boy at times.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you, but
Yeah.
I respect it though, because like you said, when some of the envelopes are being pushed, I kind of have an understanding for it. I ain't doing it,
I stretch
but
the
I have
boundaries.
yeah. So I mean, but I respect. I fuck with it. That I respect. Dressing, clothing stuff. You mean putting it on? Because a lot of people be thinking just because you got a designer, they think they putting it on. No, putting it on is putting it together. That's putting it on, to me at least.
Yeah.
You can wear designer still, but don't be. Listen, a lot of y'all be walking like mannequins. Y'all take the shit off the mannequin and putting it on. That's not it.
You know what I used to hate growing up? I used to hate when people would buy like the shoe, and then like at Champs, and then they would
Match what the hell on the
what was
mannequin.
on the
Yo,
fucking
I
shelf.
see that all the time, bro. I'm
I'm
like,
like,
what the
bro,
fuck is that?
You can't get more creative than that.
Like, I've seen that up there, you know.
Crazy.
I literally seen that up there. I don't like that. That and glasses and watches. That's really my shit. I love that.
Mine is socks, hats,
Mm.
probably shoes.
Yeah, I fell back on my hat game a little bit. I've been
not
doing a lot of
sneakerhead,
bucket
but
stuff.
I like
I'm a sneakerhead.
shoes.
I fell back a little bit too on sneakerhead. All my money goes to my daughter now. It's crazy.
Hey man,
They say have more kids. Anyways, what was that? So water dress, blah blah blah.
I like these.
Keep
them
going.
coming.
Yeah, I got a couple more. All right. I said da 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 da. Okay, yeah. Respect is
Paramount.
paramount. Okay, so respect. Loyalty is
Oh man, I know what I'm gonna say. Loyalty is for some reason there's something I want to say about this, but I can't remember. If it's the first thing I'm saying, loyalty is a choice.
I like that. I never heard that one. I like that. Loyalty is a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What about trash? Trash is trash.
Everywhere. Trash.
Shout out to trash. I still could do a lot with trash.
In many ways. Trash could be treasure.
Trash could be
too.
treasure, right? All right. I think that's all I had written down in my head.
Give me one you don't have written down.
Okay. The government is
Fine.
on heavy.
I'll give you some.
All right, yeah, come on.
All right.
Let's go.
Do-rags are
My thing.
your daughter is.
My life.
Music is.
My heart.
Turmoil is.
Turmoil is.
Or let's say when
got
I'm
it.
in conflict,
Yeah, I like how you said it the first time. I could answer that one.
turmoil is.
Turmoil is the root. I wanted to say the root to understanding, like to understand. You know what I mean?
When I'm nervous, I.
Shut up.
Huh. Okay. When I'm comfortable, I.
Talk too much.
Talk to I do it. My ideal woman is.
Someone that motivates me in all aspects.
All right.
I like that one too, by the way.
Yeah.
That was tough.
I'll do one more. This is not a podcast. It is a
Healing process.
You heard it here first.
It's not a podcast.
You heard it here.
Listen, man, I appreciate your time pulling up and having this conversation with me. I told you it will be everywhere. It's not a conversation that was going to be just hitting one focus thing. It's just, you know what I mean? Just catch, like we're catching up, bro. Like, I mean, vibing, catching up. You didn't drink with me. Kind of feeling a way about that, but not heavy.
It's not personal.
It's only business, I guess.
It's just me.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you, but I have to blame it to something. Like, it can't just be, it's just me. I'm not your bitch, bro. Pause. Like, don't talk to me like that. It's business then, nigga. What would you like to tell the viewers that, you know, that fucks with you, that you want to speak to? You have anything enlightenment to say? Let them know what you want. Let them know slow something before we exit out. You know what I'm saying?
I thank you for bringing me into this. Really happy and proud of you for taking on a new creative venture. And the fact that you said it's a healing process, I think that means even more. I'm just excited. I feel like the next few weeks are going to be big for me in my personal life. And I think what you're doing here is going to be big for you too.
Appreciate it.
And just continue, man. Continue doing what you do, bro.
Appreciate it, man. On everything I love, I appreciate it. Like I said, it means a lot when you actually call up on people and that could show up. So far, nobody hasn't declined yet. So
ask me again. Ask me to come back again, so I'll do it for you.
By the next time I ask you to come back, I would probably know how to leverage myself so I wouldn't get a no regardless. Because again, like I told you, like I learned from conversations and everything else.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean. I wouldn't just come at you like that no more. Pause.
Shout out SP, man.
I appreciate it, man.
Shout out SP, man.
Appreciate it, man.
The wizard.
For real. Hey, man. See. I didn't just come up with that name. They gave me that name, low key. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to run with it. Again, shout out to everybody else that is going to be tuned into this podcast. Appreciate the support that I'm going to get and the support that I'm not going to get, because at the end of the day, without you not supporting me, it means I got to go harder, and that's what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? And we out of here.